Good evening, everybody! Welcome into the AEL University Elite Series here for some Rocket League. And who do we have? It's Matsy and Medrix. Welcome back.
Hey. I'm very glad to be here. First time, actually. How good?
It's fantastic. It's a pleasure to have you on board. You know, we've seen you across other AEL before, but now we are here in the Rocket League Thunderdome. And so eager to have you along for this journey. You know, it's going to be an absolutely wild time. But speaking of wild times, you want to talk about wild times? Let's talk about AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. And if you're hungry, who can you count on?
Of course, the Indomie Noodle partner, made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. Because how else are you going to enjoy your wild times? You need to have a full stomach.
That's right. You got to get that energy, big energy, and that's Indomie. Going to give you that energy. Definitely comes in clutch in those times of need. And just like a monitor by AGON by AOC. Definitely check them out. Best in quality there. I got one right over there. It's fantastic. But you know what else is fantastic? How our teams have been going in this competition. We have our standings right here, Mendrix. Just take a look at this.
Yeah, looking very strong there. You can see, of course, having a quick look there. Monash at the top there, I believe, as no, not Monash. Sorry, my bad. There, McCrory looking very strong there at the very top. Loving that, and of course UNSW as well. I mean, again, it's my first look at this. I've been jumping into the streams here and there to watch everything as it goes through and as it happens, and I for one, have been enjoying the matches. My son has been enjoying them as well, and things are going to be looking pretty good from what these key teams can put together. I'm expecting some really high octane action in terms of what they can do.
That's it. You know, they're definitely able to bring out a lot of potentials here. And we're going to see that potential tapped into by these teams. First and foremost, into the card, it is UQ UTS. And it's going to be GUUN 815. Going to be LTU and QUT coming up right after that. Monash and Deacon going to be 945 there. So definitely a lot of high octane action on its way through. You know, I always love to see the amazing creativity and the logos there between all the different clubs.
I like the Shark. The Shark looks the coolest to me.
Yeah, Shark Attack. There it is. Shout out to UQ there. They're taking on UTS. You know, these teams have definitely showcased that they got a bit of potential. If it's been a struggle to try and, you know, lock in a bit for some of the teams here. But obviously, we got our rosters here right now, Mr. Mendrix. So we've got Rink, OY, and P Mui for UQ there. So they're going to be the band of Sharks. And then we've got UTS bringing out Stimpy, Spring Hopak, and Bats.
Look, the one thing that I want to say is I'm glad these names are easy for me to pronounce, because I do have a little bit of a habit of mucking them up a little bit. I even talk to some of the players just to confirm, hey, it's said this way, right? Right, great, no worries, all good. So these players making my life a lot easier.
Yeah, they're definitely going to make things easier in that aspect, my man. And you know what? It's going to get even easier in a second, because it looks like we are about to kick off, so to speak. And here we go. It's going to be getting down to business. Who's getting the first touch there? It's going to be straight up the wall, ready for pass to full.
Yeah, bringing it straight down as well, looking for a bit of a full pinch if possible, but it's going to go back up into the air. OE now is going to be taking it, will slow down the play, tries to make things a little bit easier. The demo was good, but not enough to get a goal.
Yeah, not enough physicality as yet. You know, we'll be able to catch it sooner or later. Imui driving up the field there. Rink in the sink as well. Good physicality, senses it through. No one's there to pick it up though, so yes, now trying to take control, but always prepared. Keep them on their toes.
Bit of an opportunity here with a cross as it goes through. Spring's going to cut that one off. We'll bring it back towards the corner and perhaps have a bit of free space to push on through. We'll get through some of the defenses there. Gets caught up. Give me a good save. On point, on position here. Structure looking pretty strong so far by both these teams, but the attacks are coming through now. UQ feeling the pressure.
Feeling the pressure, feeling the pain, and ready to go absolutely insane. Let's see. It's going to be tapping into the membrane. Going there straight for the big trainer plays here. BkWhatOCE. He's driving it up. Ready to push it down. That's a team effort there. They carried the ball.
Maybe looking for a bit of a pass pinch to see if they can get something special out of it, but not going to happen. Stimpy there with a nice little flick. Will not beat Rink, who brings it back towards the center here. And as time is continuing, the players are just filling each other out, trying to figure out where they can perhaps find a gap in the armor, strike the ball through there if possible. Spring will keep it here on the side of UQ. UTS being relentless.
Absolutely relentless, going time after time here, primed up and good to go. Let's see where this one's going to blow though, straight into the corner. BkWhatOCE, good pass off. Oh, the defense!
That was a beautiful pass, but it was very well read by UQ. That one on out. Snippy now will try to stop that from going past the corner, but unable to do so. It does manage to get a bit of a clear shot here, but I'm pretty sure UTS will get back in time. OE is there. Bass is going to not be in that scenario. There's an opportunity. Rink gets through.
There it is. Shark attack on line there. They will be able to sink there first. So really solid start coming in. You know, just a fine line slicer. Now we're in for the next kickoff. Here we go.
Yeah, really not expecting that 50 to just redirect straight in towards the center. And Spring was in a decent position, but just wasn't perfect for the awkwardness of how that played out. And first goal coming on through, UQ blows that, ends up drawing that first blood. But Stimpy, quick return right on through.
That's it, 1 for 1. We hit the ground running here. And what a superb pass that was to lock that one down. Very well played, but you know, now the dam is broken. We are surely going to see goals aplenty into this next one.
Very simple kickoff there, just following it through afterwards. Rink has a good spot there, but Bass slows it down appropriately, gets it back in position. It will go to Stimpy, who's bringing it on through to the center. Now it's going to be UQ's turn to hold the line here in the center. Loving the control by OE there.
Yeah, I'm really loving the control coming through there as well. You know, they're able to spill through, maintain course, and see if they can set sail towards something deeper here. But speaking of a good bounce, oh, they're trying to sink it in. It's a triple bounce, but no, the third time is not the charm.
Oh, that is tragic, but that might get through. Stimpy manages to jump in the last second and knock that one right out. Gets the clear. Rank now will also do it. Manages to beat one. Will we get through? Bass does as well, but that does throw the ball off kilter. Now an opportunity once again, but Bass was able to read that one. Pulls it out. Back into another clear.
Oh, there's so many close calls. You know, I'm on the edge of my seat right now with how close these goals have been. But we're just going to be running astray time after time here. UTS are looking to prime it up, though. See if they can go for their own masterful play. Maybe not today.
Bass will read that one in the aerial, push that one out. BkWhatOCE goes in for the wall redirect. We'll see how that comes in. OY pushes it towards the center. Two-player commit to the defense. No real punishment because the ball goes very deep back towards the other side of UQ. Still 1-1 apiece. 45 seconds probably coming up to go here now as well. Might be an overtime right off the bat.
It could be. It could be OT, and you know what? OT, I want a 20-minute OT. We're going to run the gauntlet here tonight. And please, give us the 20-minute OT. Give it to Vendrix. A very hefty reward.
It'd be a fantastic, like, first game, I bring a 20-minute OT, okay? That's what you call a gem of luck coming across. Spring tries to get in, but isn't going to get the touch. That was a real opportunity missed there. BkWhatOCE manages to push it out. Stimpy now gets it back into the center. It's going to deflect down, but that is not going to be enough. OY on a bit of a breakaway, but Spring gets back in time.
That's it. Get back in time and ready to stay primed up. Huge shot downfield. Rink steals it. No, still holding on. They're trying to keep this one airborne. See if they can get one last goal. Oh, not today. And here we go. It's OT time. 20 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 20-minute OT. 100%. It's gonna happen.
100%. Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Yui pushes on through. Stimpy will be there to block it, so it's just going to be in the center for a bit. See if there's maybe something that tips the scales between both of these teams. Stimpy will push it back, and a little bit will knock it on over. An opportunity there, but Bass, once again, will be there to deflect and clear away.
That's it. Pretty clear away. Ready to try and save the day here. We'll see how I'm going to be able to do more with it now. Hold on it for a second here. Push up there, pressure upside, gliding through the midfield. But yes, now have an opportunity. Well, maybe not. Control still favoring UQ.
See what they able to put together here. Seems to be stuck in the corner. Stimpy will finally get it out. OI, or sorry, OE wants to challenge. Spring now, bring it towards the center, but will pick up by Pui. Bass brings it back. Opportunity there. Ori gets back in a nick of time. Manages to stop that ball from going in. 20-minute OT. 20-minute OT.
I want it to happen. We are manifesting it into existence. We want it. Production absolutely wants it. And we'll see what is going to be cooking up here. 1:30 down and almost 18 minutes to go.
Rink, that's a good shot. Stimpy will be able to take that one easily. Sometimes those long shots just throw you off by a little bit, but what am I saying? This is the University League. They don't get phased by any of that. Stimpy now has to try and push that one through, but see how it goes Spring instead. Yeah, just a lot happening.
Would be absolutely a lot happening, and I think there's going to be a lot more in a second. We're taking the slow and steady approach for now. Ooh, trying to center it. Oh, not going to be able to collect it though. So it goes to the other side, and once again, we repeat the cycle.
Yes.
Here we go.
On one side of the field, back to the other. Rink pushes that one through. It's going to go down. Maybe an opportunity, but will be pushed away. Rink wants to slow it down. Bass wants to speed it up. Rink will hold the ball just for a little bit there. Take that bit of time that was granted. This little wall point pinch will bring it down. Spring now. I have an opportunity here. Won't beat OE though.
No, not this time, my man. Spring Hope Pack going to be taken down as well. I think they need this physicality at this point. They need something to shift gears here. Big defense, P-Moe. Stimpy trying to jump in as well, but they just aren't able to swell past. Baz, good setup. It is cleaned out. Ooh, Spring Hope Pack swung away. 3 minutes down. Just under 17 to go.
Oh, it's going to get there. It's going to happen. As I said, that ball bounces a little bit further than I'd like to, but Spring's going to be positioned. Really nice little wall pinch there. We'll bring it out, but it will be handled easily here by UTS. OE now has an opportunity there. Has to beat Bass. We'll bring it up high as well. Bass doesn't fumble under pressure, but Rink is able to seize the opportunity and break the overtime. Maybe not 20 minutes, but 3 minutes 25. I think it's a good start for me being here my first time. That you think?
I think it's a good start. You know, it's a graceful beginning. You know, we were nowhere near the record. That happened earlier in the season. I can't even remember how long it was. I think it was 16 plus minutes.
16.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
I think it's let me check. 15 minutes and 13 seconds.
Wow. That's
our longest OT from the start of the season, pretty much.
That is
that's the time to beat there.
That's the amount of time people take to have a coffee break, right? Like that's a in a game of Rocket League, that's an eon.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot more to do. You know, I think that there's a lot to consider into that series there, but I'm excited to see if we can make it towards a 20-minute OT. You know, I've been requesting it all season long since we hit the 15-minute OT, and I want 20. I want to really go full distance there.
We can have a sit down, have a chat with the players, say, look, this is what everyone wants to see.
This is the game plan.
And it needs to happen. And I'm sure the players can give it to us just one time. One time. What's one time?
We are going to be holding to this one. Production's so keen for that 20-minute OT. They don't understand how keen
It's a gift to production, really.
Agreed. You know, it makes for a wonderful highlight reel.
Oh, let's see, here we go now. Oh, got a fight on through Pimui. Rink, though, might have an opportunity here, but be recovered by UTS. They bring it up high. OE will stop it from going to the top corner. And rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Do not take a seat. It's time. Unleash the fleet here.
I honestly thought you were about to say it's time to
High.
duel. That's what I thought you were going to do when you said it's time to. And then I'm like, is he going to say
you got your deck ready?
I have my deck ready. I have my deck ready at all points in time.
I've got mine ready as well. I've even got a dual disc.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you've got all the cool
I used
things.
to have one actually. Just the sickest thing.
You just like grab it around as you.
Oh yeah, straight out of Dual City. Yeah.
Right now, I feel both these teams here are like Yugi and Kaiba duking it out. See what they can bring to it. Kamui gonna slow down the play, control it towards the side here. Looks to fake, but Spring is not gonna fall for it. Rink now will go up high. It's a bit of a, it's a, not really a reset, but an opportunity to get around the ball and do a bit more air time. Yeah, not too much happening now. 2 minutes, no goals, but I think it is just the teams slowly feeling each other out, seeing where they can make it work. After that first game, it does feel like a warm-up game. It was faster in a sense that they were rushing the plays, but now I feel they've settled into a rhythm. They're really holding their own. They've got a good structure going, and you can see nothing seems too threatening at the moment.
No, it's the rhythm of the night, isn't it? And to be able to take it through, trying their best to get something over the top there, but just like the dams broke down in game 1, the dams have been built all the way back up into game 2 here, and I'd say they're more structurally sound into this game as well, considering that there's been no impact so far, and we're just kind of stuck in a stalemate. Ooh,
yep.
Very close though.
Yeah, just a bit of that back and forth. Players must have been consulting the Beavers. Very strong dams indeed. No, not even a drop of water is getting through. Spring up high now. May look for a double off the backboard, but challenge from Rink. Sure, that's not going to happen.
But ready to try and make something happen here. Snippy. And up high, does get sent down low. OE.
Ooh.
A blow on through to the corner.
This is a chance.
Yeah, big chance. Rink.
Oh.
Not able to take it though. Oh,
Yeah, that's rough. That was as close to an open net that you were probably going to get throughout this entire game, and just whiffed the landing ever so slightly. Game of inches when it comes to getting the right angle.
Yeah, that's right. There's going to be a very tight margins there, and you can see they are going to be able to finish more where that came from. Ooh, Pimui tries to slow it down, but does get demoed out. So, big prospects. Oh my gosh! Coming through towards the goals there. 2 shots, 2 seconds, but they can't lock it down.
Now they'll knock it back into center. This is the opportunity for Stimpy to get through. Oh, Pimui ever so slightly tips the ball in the right direction. Stimpy now looking for another opportunity here while the defense is struggling for the time being with UTS. Sorry for UQ. They're having a bit of a rough time. UTS, though, don't find the opportunity to get in there, and UQ have recovered.
Absolutely correct there. They have managed to recover quite successfully, and they can deliver a bit more from this one. Oh, we bring it over the top there, losing a bit of control.
I was questioning the touch.
Yeah.
I was questioning the touch, but plenty of time available, so no concerns there. Are we now? This looks good. Spring knows what's up, and second OT. Okay, sure, this is a 20-minute one now, right?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, this is
20-minute OT. Players heard us. Now, the game has spoken.
Oh,
It's time to stay in it.
I see what you did there. I know what you did there. All right, Stimpy though, nice long ball. Rui will handle that nicely. Stimpy tries to get in nice and quick. Will redirect towards the center, but does go willingly into the hands of UQ and Rink. That's a real opportunity. Rink gets it.
Oh yeah, not going to be able to their way through into this one. They'll be stuck in a tough spot. You know what? They make it. Ooh. So, great stuff coming through there from our players. And it will be them taking it all the way to the top. So, UQ lock it down in the end there and enable some solid flow into the conversation here. And very excited to see what else they can cook up out of these games, because so far has been honestly pretty competitive.
Yeah, that both teams really have a good read at the moment and what their overall strategy is going to be. And it seems to be the first player to make I wouldn't say a large error, but a soft touch, too much to one side, not reading a bad redirect. Really is like the point that you're looking at. You need they're trying to make opportunities, but they're sort of just capitalizing off the mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important, that you're able to adapt and do that, capitalize off your opponent's shortcomings there. Try and see if you can take some ownership, and sway things into your favor. But obviously, making the mistakes in the first place is going to be the ultimate challenge to try and prevent for both sides, I'd say. So very, very keen to see what both teams are going to be able to push forward into this third game here. I think they have to put their best foot forward. Let's consider how they manage to do that.
Yeah, I agree. And it definitely helps when all the players are on the same page when it comes to what they do and they bring it together. So we're going to have to set things up a little bit as well. I mean, when I look at what they're doing, everything seems right on paper. They've got the right strategy. They've got the right movements, the right structure. Maybe at this point, it does start to get to that point where it's like, hey, you need to throw in a little bit more mechanical prowess. You need to throw in that little bit extra of an X factor to start pushing through, because game sense is fantastic to have, but that's only going to take you, it will take you very far in ranks. Game sense will take you very far. I'm not trying to discount game sense, but when everyone else has that as well, you need to bring something else to the table.
That's right. You got to bring some other kind of strategy, some other kind of approach towards the game itself. And, game sense, it comes with time, but what else comes with time is your reactions start to slow down. So that's a fine balance, which you and I have been dancing with for some time, I'm sure.
Look, you just got to take it as it happens. End of the day, look, we're both dads. We pass the torch. That's what we do.
That's it. We're going to train up the next generation there.
Get him into like get him to some training cars, right?
Yeah. The little what is it? The little toddler car, yellow and red thing. That's the training car.
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure.
I'll help you get your refresh your memory very soon.
Fair enough. I'll send me the link. Ooh, that was a scary moment. That was very anticlimactic at the very end. A nice quick clear will get it right on out of there. UQ doing a fantastic job here. I mean, they're actually at a match point as well, which is a little bit surprising. We kind of felt on paper UTS probably the stronger team by a very slight margin, but UQ really showing us that they have what it takes to bring it to us, and probably a fantastic time as well in the competition to really come to form, because of course there's still an opportunity to make it, right? At the very end, it's going to be that gauntlet that you have to roll through, and you're playing that a little bit better than what everyone is used to. Real opportunities begin. That's a shot, and that's a save.
Oh, yes it is. They're trying to shave their way through this one, are we? Big Floor does get stopped in their tracks, though. And it's B-Mooey left to pick up the torch. It's going to be dropped straight down. A Spring Hope Pack gets demoed out.
Oh, beats
Can't
one.
deny this ball, but the ball goes bye-bye. Let's see what else they can make of this. B-Mooey, good defense in the sky.
Up in the air, but Bass will also be there. Everyone can hang up there near the ceiling. It's fine. Spring now is able to find an opportunity to grab it, but OE will push it away from their hands. This is actually looking like a scary spot here, but Spring gets back in time towards the safety of the corner.
Let's see. They are going to be able to find their way back into the fray here, out of safety, into uncomfortable situations. Find a goal. Spring scrolls through, tries to pass to the middle, but Bass is wanting to pick it up, and they're taking advantage of this. Spring Hope back one of the same. Pops over the top. Let's see if they can do it all over again, and they will, but their opponents are taking control of the momentum of the ball. Definitely a big war here.
Yeah, I've been looking at the boosts as well. Oh, that's a nice shot, but will be handled by Spring. I mean, look at the boosts as well, and typically UQ's just had really good control throughout the series as well. UTS finally have something in the tank now, so I think the counterattack is probably waiting in the wings. As I say that, Spring's bringing it down low. That's an opportunity there, but no one's going to be able to push that on through. Rink's doing a good job now. Just get that clear out, put it back towards the center, and rinse and repeat until someone has an excess amount of boost. That's a good shot. Don't want to say by Rink, but it's not going to be enough.
It certainly will not. So at long last, we are going to be able to blast in and take a goal. UTS, the ones on top of this one, and see if UQ is going to be able to bite back here. Definitely been a tough endeavor so far. You know, UQ already raced through towards series point. Yes, need to take even one themselves on the board here and see if they are going to be able to do just that. And they'll get tested once again.
I mean, I still can't believe Rink saved that initially before. He had no business saving that. That's how open the net was, how good the position was. Just managing to get back there in time, and of course, the goal still conceded. That just shows how well prepared UTS was in that position. Well, now with 1 minute and 20 seconds left here, I think UTS may have cracked the nut finally to get themselves on the board. I think they're playing very fast. Tries to push it across and look maybe to find an opportunity. Honestly, you can just park the bus here, control boosts, ride your way through to that next series, or ride your way through the next game if you use UTS.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You know, just keep the flow going, ride the bus as you say. You know, wait patiently, enjoy the scenery, maintain the defensive force, of course.
Rink looking for an opportunity, will push it down. Pimui sees it, not enough boost. That's unfortunate. Sometimes you just need to have it in the tank. Your control is so important throwing it out. Spring will stop that one from being centered and push back towards the midfield. Zippy here with a nice little setup there. It's awkward for UQ, but they managed to keep the ball out of the net.
They will, and we'll see if they are going to be able to do more now. 10 seconds to go right now, and UQ desperate to get a goal of their own here. Otherwise, they are going to be zoned out of this game and move on to game of 4. Oh, and it's going to be over and out. So UTS, bless the timeline. They are back on deck.
Yeah, it's a good way to come back. You do want to get at least one onto the board here. Maybe it's the start of a reverse sweep. Or maybe it's their last stand before UQ really do bring out all the guns. But nonetheless, I do love a series. Nothing is worse than basically a bit of a blowout. I hate when those ones come through and it's someone comes through, has a shellacking. It's a 3-0. Just not fun, Matty. Not fun at all.
No, it's not fun at all, is it? But you know, we'll see if there's going to be a bit of fun on the horizon in a second here. You know, I think that it's great to see that UTS have managed to push their way onto the board there. You know, maybe they thought back to their time training in the little Tykes vehicle, and
A
Now
little
they've
tag,
managed
yep,
to
yep.
go back to basics and take control there. Do you know what it looks like now, Mentrix?
I do know what it looks like, yes.
Very good. Very good indeed.
That is an old school one. I think every kid deserves to have some form of little tykes.
These days, it's like the little, was it little G-Wagon?
Yeah, I think I saw, to be fair, my father-in-law was looking at the Lamborghini version. I'm like, that's too much, mate. Just don't get that. None of that. We don't need any of that.
Yeah,
We've got to, yeah.
Get that and the diamond shades, man.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of diamond shades, that was a beautiful
right
shot there. But ooh, OE manages to push on through. Gets a demo as well. That might set something up here. But there will be the recovery by UTS. They're not going to concede the goal just yet.
Nah, not just yet, but maybe in a second here. Are we? Ooh, good center, but no one's there to pick it up. Imui, good center themselves. But always UTS just getting control. Nice redirect right at the last second there. That could have been a big opening goal.
Rink has just been playing out of their mind this game. I really like what they've been putting together. Really good saves, really good moves around, just cutting off plays before UTS has a chance to realize them. Definitely a standout here for UQ.
Yeah, couldn't agree more there, and very eager to see what else is going to be cooking up here. Are they going to be able to step up into high gear? Are they going to be able to take some grander control as the stroll ahead, Pimui? Great blow on this one, taking control, go for the double tap, it's on for more. Ooh, a straight shot, it is going to be fended off though, but Pimui ain't giving up. We'll go Bubwise.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it's just so effective when you do those redirects that you're not really expecting. It keeps the opponent on the toes and obviously sort of messed with the structure that UTS was putting into it because they thought the ball might have been coming a little bit earlier than when it was in reality. Mui now grabs the boost. Not looking to get control of the ball there, but I have to just fill up the tank instead. Looking at OY, has an opportunity to bring this over. Gets a nice little hit off. That's on the backboard. That's looking good. Pimui is able to put that one away.
Absolutely fantastic work coming through from Pimui for UQ as they lock down the first goal of the game. And now the gates are open. It's UTS's time to shine. Let's see if they are going to be able to fire one back as ball goes straight towards Baz.
Yeah. Oh no, that's tragic. You don't want that one happening. I need to have a look to see what's in place. So Bass doesn't get the touch they're looking for, and that just sets up UQ for a nice, quick, easy goal there. Definitely was looking for a ground to air play, looking to dribble off the back of that, and just dribbled it to the ground instead.
That's it, dribble it to the ground instead, and put this round to bed. But see if they are going to be able to sink more. Rink is driving it home here. Big shot, Pimui trying to lock it down a bit too slow, so the defenders get on top of it. Baz.
Nice flick.
Top there. More to come.
That was a beautiful flick. Manages to beat the players, but ultimately not going to give them what they need. OE now goes through, gets a good challenge on the ball. Might be open up an opportunity for UQ as they set up. See how that ends up playing on through, but now it's just UTS holding the line here. And again, my advice, it works both ways. You know, you can park the bus here if you're UQ. You got 2 goals, not the most comfortable, but you can just sort of hold the line. But then these things can happen. Simpy's able to get through. I said you could park the bus, not leave it on neutral.
Leave it on neutral and don't let it stall out either. You're going to keep this bus rolling into high gear. Full boost and no problems. But there's going to be a hell of a lot of problems in a second. Oh my gosh! My heart!
Oh, we get to that. It's going to be enough. Nah, there you go.
Oh my goodness!
That's 2 quick ones in return. Okay, the bus is burning. You need a new strategy here. Get the cars back out. Get the cars back out.
You'd think that UQ is the fire department. I mean, the sharks live in water, right?
But they have to keep swimming. I don't think they stop. I think I'm pretty sure it's like a shark is always moving.
They just spit the water out to them. I don't know.
See, that's, you know what? Maybe, you know, a shark can't park the bus. It has to keep driving. Like speed.
Yeah, that's true. Just gotta keep rolling. God, that's a throwback. We love the good old.
Showing my age.
Hey, you and me both, brother. You and me both.
Oh, Bass goes in for the shot, but will be deflected at the last second. See how this one's at. Bass able to read that one on the playthrough. Doesn't let go through towards the center. Spring, nice setup here. But Rink, once again, able to shut down the play before it gets any legs.
Yeah, able to shut it down like a Neo deflecting a bullet there. Looking as solid. Slow their way through. Oh! Not going to be able to drive that one home, though.
Yeah, not the best touch there by Bass in the follow-up. Does let UQ get themselves back for a counter-attack. But it was also going to be a bit of a weak flick. This means it goes back towards the center here. Maybe going to be UTS's time to shine once again. Oh, I loving it. Double tap. Is the setup going to be there? Rink tries to get back, but will be hit with a challenge. Unable to get to the...
Not going to be able to do it this time. Ball drops down, and it's time to activate the 20-minute OT segment.
Exactly.
Here we go again, everybody.
Every time it goes to OT is 20 minutes.
Please.
You could make like roughly 10 Indomie noodles in that.
That's a lot of Indomie. But not enough coming out here. UTS are going to be getting on top of things. We're going to game 5. Dive in as they bring it all the way back. And my gosh, can you believe like how close this series has been? You know, they've managed to take it all the way to game 5 in our first series of the night. I can't believe what we're witnessing here.
Yeah, a lot of mental fortitude and resilience to bring this one back. Probably a lot of Indomie noodles as well.
Absolutely. Can't wait to get my hands on some. And make sure you check out the Indomie Cheetatos or Cheetatos. They're big orange chips. They're pretty incredible, honestly. I highly recommend you check them out if you have the chance to. They are insane.
Ooh,
Absolutely
okay.
insane.
Might look them up on my AGON monitor.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's take a look at you and I once again. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Nice
hey,
to
hey.
have you on board the OT Express, and we are going to be locked in. Make sure you have your seatbelts on because it's going to be a bumpy ride into Game 5.
I think the players did it on purpose, right? They did a bunch of OTs in the lead up to get to the final game of the series for us to have a 20-minute OT in the final game of the series. It was all part of the plan.
Build up. You know? Make it interesting.
You got to tell a story.
Yeah, that's right. Got to make it a good story too.
Nice little pinch there. I thought I might be able to actually catch UTS off guard, but wasn't going to be the case. See how this one plays through. Nice little pass. Stimpy to bring it back, get a bit of control. Not sure how I feel about that sort of cross there, but that looks pretty nice until Early finds it and slow it down. Beats one player. Doesn't beat Bass though.
Can't get past Baz this time around. See if they are going to be able to get past anyone else. Oh, my goodness. Supersonic shot, but it is blocked out.
That was very beautiful, but of course, so was the save as well. Ooh, opportunity here. Some of the most of the players be there. Oh, Pumui manages to see through the chaos, pierce through the gaze, and find an opportunity to save that ball, because that looked like it was going to be going through the net very quickly, but still, players understand what positions they need to be in, how quick they need to be to the ball. Some of it is also just instinct, I feel, at that point. If it was me playing, I'd just be panicking, to be honest. I would have gone, oh no, and the ball goes into the goal.
Here we go. Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of panic there with no disco, but we'll see what they are going to be able to do with it now. Spring Hope backs down. A good pick up by Owie there, trying to get over the top. Oh, Sippy, physicality coming in. They almost had an opening there.
Yeah, it did well to manage through that pressure as well. Again, if it was me, I would have been like, oh, he bumped me. Goal, right? Like, that would have been the scenario that would have happened there as well. I would have had the same panic in my voice. But that being said, these guys pretty much handle the pressure like pros. Bass there. Nice little play, but Rink ain't going to be fooled the second time. Still, we'll keep the pressure here on UQ for the time being. UTS want to hold on through. That's not ideal. Ball will go up high. Rink sees it. Oh, that was a good knockdown, but no one's in position to capitalize.
Not this time, but they might have a chance next time. Rink climbed up.
Flip reset?
Oh, is it?
Let it just drop.
Oh, no.
It was a flip reset into a flip reset fake, and then it was read by the opponent, and they stopped. But it's still pretty good play. Ooh, opportunity. Oh, no. Ooh, nice little hit. Oh, it's gonna make it hard. It'll be awkward. Stimpy to work.
Work and be able to keep the controls here. See what else they are going to be able to do with it. Gonna get into the corner. Oh, we push it up. Get off their teammate though.
Up high. Nice redirect on the aerial, but again, read by Rink. The Iron Fortress. My name is Rink. Impy now will slow it down, let Spring take it as well, but not enough boost. Bass there, nice little touch will keep it in position, but don't want to follow one through and will be picked up by UQ.
That's it, will be picked up by UQ. What are they gonna do? Well, see exactly what they're gonna do right now. Spring go. Seal it down. Bring Hope back. Ready.
Oh.
Waiting. And will be denied.
Again, that was... Okay, I like that was what was put in place there. That was also another fake flip reset. Was looking... You can see at the last second just stops the car from touching the ball. Because the players had already anticipated there was probably going to be a flip reset play and then let it drop. But they still were able to read that. Again, the instinct, quick reactions.
Inhuman reactions coming out here. See if there's going to be more where that came from. Rink! Oh no!
No.
So close! Again!
No
Oh my gosh! No way!
This is Rocket League.
It's still going on.
That's right. So look, we have to get to overtime and then go 20 minutes.
Please. Yes, please. 20-minute OT, come on!
20-minute OT.
20-minute OT.
Rink, pull it up high, isn't going to get that one on through there as well. I'm surprised the players managed to put that much climatic emphasis on the ball not going in. Like that was superb acting.
All according to plan.
All according. This entire thing is never mind. Rink, he's gonna get it. This entire thing is being coordinated by the players as we speak.
Yep, yeah, they're coordinating the 20-minute
I'm totally
OT.
serious right now. OT, 20-minute OT. It's actually happening. This is literally going to be 20-minute OT.
This is the one. I feel it.
That's it.
So here, we're so back, and we are going to be getting the flow underway here. Rink could bypass them, will be caught by Baz, but it's sent upfield. Rink trying to shield it in. There we go! You get it done!
He deviated from the plan, Matsy. It was supposed to be 20-minute OT, but you know what? I'll settle for that beautiful goal that was put through at the very end, and UQ were ones to come out on top at the end of this epic series.
That's it. Well played there, coming out from our players. Get it done into that one. Our first best of 5 endeavor now reaches its ultimate conclusion, with the Sharks taking away the win. So, well played to UQ there. Very competitive series coming out from both sides, honestly. You know, I thought it could go even further beyond into the OT, but alas, it was time.
30-minute OT. 30-minute
please.
OT.
Yes! We love a 30-minute OT.
Needs to be
Yes,
done.
please.
Change the rules. Change the
Yeah,
rules. It's
that's
gonna
it.
happen.
Yeah, we're gonna have 20-minute OT on Rumble. Sounds good. No, no chance. But what we are going to be getting into is an interview very shortly. So we're going to head to a break while we set that one up for y'all. We will be back before you know it. back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series with Matzy and Mendrix. And it's time for our winners interview, and welcome in Rink.
G'day, how are we?
Fantastic, and it's a pleasure to have you on board for this one. Now, jumping straight into it, it felt like a pretty hard-fought series there. Like, you guys managed to take away a really well-earned victory. Do you feel yeah, I guess like the hard work through the season has paid off with this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get a win. Before today we hadn't got one on the board, and obviously neither had UTS, so this was for us the matchup that, we wanted to show that we can get a win going into finals. Seeing as every team makes finals, it's good to get some momentum. But yeah, I mean, 4 of the games went to overtime, so could have gone either way.
No, absolutely, mate. It was fantastic seeing everything go through. To be honest, it felt like you were a person possessed on the field there with some of the plays that you were making happen and just cutting off at the edge there. How did you sort of pick out your opportunities to jump in and cut out play that your opponents are putting out there?
I mean, I don't really know. I didn't have much time for a warm-up, so I was kind of ball chasing the first couple of games, and I guess it just caught them off guard a bit. So, I mean, yeah, it was like very low-scoring games, all of them. They were like 2-1-0s, which is pretty unheard of in a 5-game series. So, I mean, I think we just got some lucky 50s go our way and some good challenges, but yeah.
Yeah, I was
Beautiful
really
stuff.
impressed with what you guys managed to do there. I think that, yeah, confidence definitely paid off for you guys. And I guess, breaking into the rest of the season, do you feel like this is kind of the booster you need to take away more wins going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it would be hard to go into finals if we'd, gone 0-4 in the regular season. So getting that win on the board, the 0-second goal a couple weeks ago against LTU still haunts us, but we knew, we're capable of beating some of these teams. So getting one on the board certainly goes a long way for our confidence for finals.
That's a big point, right? It is going to be officially a gauntlet, right? That's what the reference to it is going to be. How do you feel about going down the line, trying to go the distance and that sort of setup?
I mean, it's good that we've only won a series and we still get to have our chance at the gauntlet. And I don't think on paper we deserve to be as low as we are. So it'd be good to have a bit of a Cinderella run maybe, but it just depends how we show up on the day. But would be very, very nice to have a run next week and the week after.
I do have one question I'd like to ask as well. Did you have a little Tykes car back in the day?
I don't think I did. Why?
No, just wondering. Just go through. We just feel like everyone should have one. I'm just wondering if you had one. Just happen to have one of those innocent memories from back in the day.
I don't think I did, but I think we had something similar. It wasn't identical, but it might have been like an off-brand version. I don't know. Don't remember much from that.
As long as you had the memory, that's all that matters.
Yeah, very fair.
Oh, love it. Well, thanks so much for jumping in with us, Rink. It's been an absolute pleasure. Congrats to you and the team for taking away your first victory there. And yeah, I'm hopeful that we see many more to come.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
There you go. Good to get one of our players in for an interview. As always there, good vibes all round. Exactly what you want to see from our teams. And yeah, I really love to see teams, obviously they might have their fair share of struggles, but it's great to see when they are able to just claw away and finally get that win, because what I personally love out of a season is when every team is able to get, a slice of victory, is able to take away a win, because it shows that they're capable and they have what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it also goes to as well, sometimes in the competition, you have a different flavor of feel. I imagine these teams are probably doing scrims against each other, have met each other in other places here, just not on this competition as well. And different results have come through. And sometimes those ones that you can take those sort of victories away, but you want to have something on paper.
Yeah, I definitely can get on board with what you're saying there. I think that there's definitely a lot to take into consideration. Just like how many of our players grew up with little Tykes cars.
Or something
the
like it.
OG Speedster.
Doesn't have to be a little tight car. It just needs to be one of something
Maybe
like
a
a little
mini
tight car.
G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things that could be coming into the mix there. But obviously, that's the perfect way to train for your battles on the field, so to speak, in Rocket League. I feel like that should be the boot camp course that you go through. You got to have your racing Rocket League career start somewhere.
I think it's part of the reason why I've never reached champ at sea.
Yep.
I didn't have a Little Tikes car. I had a Little Tikes car box, but I made it work at the time. I thought it was a lot of fun just playing around with that one instead. Sometimes you gotta make do with what you got.
Yeah, you gotta give it your absolute best there. Give it what you got, give it what you can, and we'll see. If there's gonna be more fun just like that heading into the horizon once we go ahead here. But coming into our next series, it is going to be GU, Griffith University, taking on UON there. So very excited to see what these rosters are going to be able to do. I think you're particular towards one university over the other.
Yeah, I have a bit of a soft spot for the Goblins. I'm going to be honest with you. The Griffith University, I've actually had the privilege of dealing with them in a professional manner, going through actually insuring the university. So that was definitely good fun. I'm quite familiar with most of the places that they've got there. Quite a few campuses. They're all beautiful. So that being said, University of Newcastle, I'm sure is beautiful as well.
Absolutely. I'm sure that every university has its charm. I think that there's going to be a lot of beautiful landscapes to explore on campus there. So very excited to see how things go when we get into it. For the rosters, who's going to be repping our universities tonight? It is going to be for Griffith, ADOS, Paz, Exile on lock there, and UON going to be bringing it up with Bud, Eminent, and Ascent as we look to ascend into this game very soon. Our teams are preparing themselves to get their engines roaring, get those cars soaring into the game. It is going to be all on lock, all on deck here as we get straight into it. Here we go.
And I'd also like to thank the teams once again for picking names that are just fantastic. These are solid names. I'm going to throw that out there right now. I mean, Ascent, Eminence, ADOS, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Oh, yeah. I love the creativity. I think there's definitely good personality behind them there. And very eager to see what they are going to be able to do on the server right now as to hold it back for a second here. Big shot coming through, but it's going to lock in. UON deliver.
Yeah, looking pretty good there. I think a slight issue there. Eminence obviously not moving. That's the one of the unfortunate moments there. Probably having a bit of a rough technical difficulty, but hopefully we can bring something back. But maybe we'll see how we go with this one. If they come on through, it's going to be a 2 versus 3 for the time being. Let's see what the University of Newcastle can bring to the table.
Yeah, let's see. They are going to be able to bring to the table here. Pressure up top. Ooh, over to the middle. Bop it down. Ascent. Good to clean it out there. Big booster. Going to be picked up as well. Just trying to take control down center here. They will be able to keep it online.
Well, we can see now Ascent will hold down. And this is definitely just going to be about controlling space now as well. ADOS does a good job to hold that. But when you are down that extra player, it is very brutal. And this is the thing that's so annoying. Normally you have that third player to hold the line, and you're basically just waiting for the right spacing between you and your opponents to strike and hopefully get a challenge that gives you an advantage. But as soon as those things happen, unfortunately, we're gonna have just that little bit of a problem where you don't have that one person to backtrack, get back in time, and defend.
Yeah, that's right. No, don't have that person. Don't need the control there, but see which team is going to be able to stroll ahead now. Paz bring it back. 10, tap up field, Exile yields results, so but not for long. Get into the corner there, ADOS still online, still trying to push past them. It's good pressure there. They're looking to counter.
As gets on through, manages to get that goal in. There's an attempt at a save, but it's just not going to be enough there as well. This little hit there as well. Let's see, Bud gets up, but yes, unable to get there in time.
Yeah, not going to be able to get there in time at all. So, see how they rise to the occasion here, how they rise up. Try their absolute best to give more into this one.
Going to ascend. It's ascent, puts it on through. Bud, nice little touch there again. AEST though will shut it down. You can see Ascent immediately doubled timing right on back. You just have to sort of use all your boosts with well, that was a really good attempt there. Sort of a Hail Mary throw, trying to get something back, and then of course just retreat immediately to get back to hold the goal there. But things looking tough. Ball almost about to go in, tries to recover, but not going to be enough, and AEST is going to be there to clean up.
Going to be there to clean up. We're going to be there to bring things together here, and we'll see what they are going to be able to break into heading in to the rest of this here game. Griffith are up by 2 right now, and UON desperately need to claw something back, otherwise they could be left behind. Head towards game 2, but here we go. Paz is trying to pull through.
See what we can have happen here. AEST there is going to slow down the play. He's going to try and knock that into the side. That is obviously going to be picked up here. Ascent, they're holding here at the moment in the midfield. Nice little play here by the University of Newcastle to make something happen. But ultimately, it's not going to be enough. As we say that, we have a Phoenix entering the fray.
They're going to be entering the fray already. Try and save the day here. AEST, Paz doing their best. Maintain course here, doing their best to see and deliver something more from this one. No close preparations there, but they can't lock it down. A demo comes in. It's only Bud online here. They are struggling to garner something further from this.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, to keep it within a 2-goal deficit is actually a pretty strong effort. And to their merit, as I say that, okay, I cast a curse them. I apologize. That's my fault.
I hope you're happy.
I look, you know, I'm not, but unfortunately, these are the things that happen. As I say that, though, maybe they might be able to get a little bit of that backup that they were looking for. See how that one goes on through. Oh, no.
No,
I didn't get the backup at all. I cast the curse on them again. Damn it, Matty. Why do I do this? I can't stop.
We need to perform an exorcism on Mentrix. They just evil launch and curses out. Looks like we are going to be having the Phoenix on a line right now. Coming in a UON. So, shout out to them coming online for their team. Yeah, we'll see if they can make a difference heading into the rest of game number 1 and maybe game 2 and they're beyond as well.
Let's see now, Bud. Make it work. And I agree with you, right? You sort of just, you don't bother now with this. You sort of slow it down. You get ready and you mentally prepare.
Yeah, that's right. You want to take things slow, kind of check in with one another, see how you want to approach this one, but most importantly, how you want to approach the next one, especially with time trickling down. You know, your hopes of getting back on the board, so to speak, are just going to dwindle by the second. So, you know, it's difficult, but at least they can focus forward onwards to the next.
See how we go now as well. Ascent sees an opportunity here. It'd be nice to get an extra goal just towards the end. It's not going to change the outcome of the game, but at least it's going to give you good momentum going into the next one. And as well set things up. It's going to also act as a decent little warm-up here for Phoenix to sort of get a feel for the speed of the game, how it's being played, get into that rhythm. I think as you were mentioning before, the nice rhythm that you can find yourself into a series. And yeah, going to the dying second, tier 5-1, it is what it is. Oh, beautiful.
Last second goal. That was a nice way to end it out. They broke the curse. Game 2 will be better.
Finally. Oh, hopefully helps.
It's all
in
your
that game
fault,
too.
Mantrix.
It's my fault.
Yep. It's all your
I
fault.
take full responsibility for everything that's happened here for teams at University of Newcastle. The Pegasus just didn't have its wings.
Yeah, absolutely. Fully agree with you there. But we'll see if they are going to be able to find some regeneration coming into game number 2. You know, find a rebirth, so to speak, such as common with, phoenixes in various fictional media. So
Rise from the ashes.
that's it. Rise from the ashes and claw their way up to the top. So see if they are going to be able to do something similar to that heading into game number 2 here.
Do you reckon Phoenix has a Phoenix explosion? Goal explosion?
Maybe. I reckon that'd be pretty awesome, to be honest.
That'd be sick. I want to see it.
Like a firebird.
Honestly, I would feel a bit let down if it ended up being the Twin Dragons. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
the Twin Dragons is a beautiful goal explosion, but I personally would like to see Phoenix have the Phoenix. I think that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I feel like it'd be pretty awesome if they kind of floated similar to I don't know if you remember Harry Potter, but when they had like a fireworks display and it was kind of like the flying dragon or the flying phoenix coming down. You know, I think it was.
Didn't it? Or was that the dragon that attacks Umbridge? I think it was the.
No,
No, maybe it was a Phoenix.
No, I was thinking of the fireworks. I think before one of the Quidditches or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe that was from the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, we got our own little World Cup here as well. Imagine if you made like Rocket League, but it was Quidditch.
That'd be pretty awesome. You know, the ball is the golden snitch.
I mean, you could make it work
Sick.
because you have them do the same thing as well. You could have a bludgers flying around just like bumping cards, and you have to like literally aerial yourself around.
And like, yeah, you can have the bludgers just like the fist thing from Rumble.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That would work. It could work. Yeah, look, we're just giving you ideas. Right, Paz up in the air. This is looking up like a possible opportunity. We'll slow it down. We'll let it go, but Phoenix, rising from the ashes, will make sure that ball does not go behind the net.
Yeah, gonna make sure it doesn't go behind, but the explosions are coming out in droves right now. So big demos over the top there. Exile back into this one. Looking to see if they can deliver more impact though. The send is good to keep them offside.
Yeah, just continue to put the pressure on. Griffith can't really do much. I mean, again, if you're just stuck on the other side of the field, being starved out of your own boost as well, you can sort of see it from time to time. Finally, University of Newcastle have managed to pick up a bit of a boost here onto the side, but see if they can make this work. But it is a bit of, sometimes it is a war of attrition. Just keeping your opponent on constant defense, keeping the ball in the corner, slowly stealing away their boost, limiting their opportunities to make plays. And as time goes on, eventually the goal is conceded, but see here, very resilient side from Griffith holding the line for the time being against University of Newcastle, and it was their turn to lay siege.
Looking to lay siege, looking to see if they can storm the frontier. Gonna head as direction, passes off side there. Get past as we'll have to try again, but it's good to collect it though. Phoenix could have taken advantage of the momentum, but the demo gets the job done. They don't even need to touch the ball. That demo locks it in. Look at this, Ventrix. That is clean.
It's enough. Phoenix knew their assignment. They knew what they needed to do. The ball was going in the net. We just needed to make sure no one was there to defend, and Phoenix didn't sacrifice the glory of the goal to get the demo instead. As I say that, oh, Paz, what a shot. That's tragic, just missing out ever so slightly. And that's not a good outcome here. I think
yeah, not looking so good, you know, explosions happening there. See what else they are going to be able to do there as we are here. You and I.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello, how's it going?
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to be back with you right now. Hopefully everything should be all good coming in and through the rest of this one, but we'll be checking in the meantime.
Yeah, we'll just wait to see what the outcome is between the teams here. I think having a quick look, I think we're being told now by production that probably we're going to be able to make this one work just yet. So we'll have to wait and see if we can bring it back live.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to be on the horizon there. I think everything's all good, and we will be looking into it after this break. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. And first and foremost, we do want to apologize for the delays there. We did have some technical difficulties, but we called the cable guy and they figured it out that yeah, there was some player connection issues there. So hopefully that'll be all good coming back into it. But definitely excited to see what these games will bring, Mendrix.
Yeah, hopefully the connections are looking better there. Hopefully they didn't send through the cable guy that looks like Jim Carrey. That has a few problems when it comes through afterwards. So we'll see how this plays out. But we will be starting again from game 2. So apparently it's going to be that one little extra goal here advantage here for, not goal, sorry, the one game advantage for Griffith. University of Newcastle, of course, do have their full roster back on track.
On track and ready to rack up some goals here, but we'll see if they are going to be able to spill ahead with them now. Eminence, good patience there, realizing they don't have enough boost to try and overcommit towards things, and now they're going to be able to almost fully fall over to a goal there. Wow.
Yeah, Eminence just missing out ever so slightly on what felt like a full flip reset there. Just unable to get behind the ball for that flick. If they were able to, that little bit of extra elevation might have made the difference, but obviously we're still stuck at nil law with 4 minutes left.
Still going to be stuck on line here, stuck on deck, and see how they fare as rip and tear their way through to this one. Eminence, wow, big presence, straight past to the teammate, bouncing over the top there. That's unlucky, but see if they can get something else through now.
Well, Paz has a chance here. Will control and slow it down, but like you said, Eminence, that aura seems to be coming on through. That quick play will result in a goal, and University of Newcastle up in game 2.
Sure are up by 1, and great way to start things off, but see if they are going to be able to consistently stick their way through towards the end. But it's time to get down to business. Time to make this happen here. They're in high gear already.
As we'll try to push it through, Eminence will read it and redirect towards safety of the corner. Gets one beat, that goes to Bud. This might be another opportunity for University of Newcastle, but Paz will put that one well and truly away from the goal. As I say that though, Eminence is on fire. Able to read where that redirect was going to go and was in the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time, and I'm primed up and good to go. But let's see what is going to happen now as we are 3 minutes 16 into endeavor. Still much more fun on the horizon, but let's see how things go now. Big hit offside there. Things out. We'll be able to hold strong. Oh, but not quite. But getting close to that.
Definitely a tall order to get the shot in there. The defense from Exile off the backboard was strong. It was a nice strike. It wasn't soft, which meant that even though they did have a bit of an attack on target, it wasn't going to be able to do anything. Exile, once again, back in that defense, playing a fantastic job as goalkeeper. See if AGON can make this one work, but the challenge is going to be good from the University of Newcastle.
Yeah, AGON definitely bringing big impact for their team there, but it's going to be UON finding all the steam, all the power into that third goal. So now they've reset on things.
A disgusting angle. That was disgusting. That little touch from the aerial at the end there. That's a tough one. That is a tough one to get. That was a beautiful goal.
Couldn't agree with you more there, honestly. Really solid, but speaking of solid, Rupert are going to be able to find a solid goal of their own. Exile owns it out, and AEST knocks it straight in. So they're on the board.
Yeah, catching Newcastle a little bit complacent, I guess you could say. Obviously, they were still riding high off the previous successes of goals that they managed to put through before. Exile, another good opportunity there, but Eminence has managed to wake up from the complacency. A good save as well.
That's it. Good save, and ready to see if they can shave something else off of this game here. Paz pumps it up. AEST Pass through, flow it in, and they're up for two.
Finding a gap there, just threw it all. Az did a really good job to set up there. That was a beautiful pass through from ADOS as well. That was just a brilliant setup the whole way through from Griffith. I really felt that University of Newcastle were in a bit of a situation where they're going to start really taking control of the series, but Griffith have really pulled this one back.
Yeah, they really have. I'm actually very impressed with how they've been able to pull things together. One after the other. Oh, so close. So far, not again. Oh my goodness gracious. We'll be able to pull it on through.
Yeah, Newcastle hold on for the time being. Bud will take it to the air. He's going to let that go through to Evidence. It's a nice little 1-2 play, but not result in the goal. Griffith obviously on point for the time being. They're going to look for their own counter-attack now, but will be stopped short. Cut on through.
Cut through, but it's 3 for 3. They break through. Griffith are so back.
Oh, that was okay. That wasn't the best touch from Bud there. Fortunately, did go a little. It was supposed to go high, didn't. Went down low. And of course, capitalized, evened on up here. 3-3 apiece now. Griffith looking to hold their lead.
Hold the lead and looking to take greater speed into this one. See, they are going to be able to deliver more into the mix now. Oh my goodness gracious! Fourth goal, booped over the top. We need to get eyes on this.
That's a yep. That's a this is
dirty.
Rocket League moment. That is a this is Rocket League moment. That's a very unfortunate 50 for Griffith. A very fortunate 50 for the University of Newcastle. And Eminence seems to be bringing more than just their flashy plays, but also a little bit of luck.
Yeah, when luck is shining down on you, are going to fare for greatness. So, see what else they can heave through here, what else they can achieve as 30 seconds remain on the clock here. They are good to go. Good to hold on to the defense, but Griffith trying their best now to see if they can keep this one ahead of things.
Yeah, they've got 15 seconds to get a goal. Definitely a tough ask. With 10 seconds left here, this is going to be the last play they can bring to it. But Eminence is just going to casually guide the ball away, keep possession, keep it up high, keep it away from their net, and make sure it's going to be University of Newcastle taking one away.
Ooh.
And just, you know what, just solidifying that as well with a set bringing it across.
One more for good luck. Why not? No?
That was beautiful
Just
too.
to make sure.
Bud with a little tap down. You can kind of feel that Griffith at that time had sort of gone, okay, next game. As soon as Eminence guided the ball down from the backboard, it was, you could tell they're sort of resigned. All right, we're probably not going to be able to make ourselves another play, keeping it. Even if we were to sort of try to bring it down immediately, what we would see happen is University of Newcastle just batting that ball straight down to the ground, like trying to spike volleyball.
Yeah, it's great to see those kind of power plays come through. You know, I think that there's definitely a lot of potential to come through from plays like that. And Griffith certainly showcased a lot of their potential. You know, we got to that tied game stage, and then UON enraged and managed to really take things up a notch, earning the scoreline that they did. But very excited to see if Game 3 is going to head into a similar direction there, you know, whether we do see another injection of energy coming through from our teams, or whether things might go a whole different way.
Yeah, you can see how it would probably be a big setback for Griffith. They worked so hard to get themselves back into the series, only for what is one of the biggest Hail Mary of a 50-50s I've seen come through. It wasn't even a Hail Mary. No one was expecting that goal when it came across. But obviously, they are unable to capitalize off the back of their momentum from beforehand. They were a bit deflated afterwards. This means that you just look towards the next game.
Yeah, look to go forth towards the next game. Well, UON are going to have eyes forth towards the next goal.
Nice little setup here. Oh, okay. That's a sad moment. There was the miss there, trying to cut off the ball, and unfortunately didn't hit it. Ends up being a perfect little redirect for Ascent. That's going to be a easy goal back on through. As I say that though, Exile makes it look easy to equalize.
Easy to equalize and easy to glide their way ahead, and we shall see what else they are going to be able to bend into this one. 1 for 1. Both teams are locked and loaded here, and it's time to push in once again.
That was really good from Griffiths as well. They opted for the quick kickoff there. There was a bit of a delayed one from University of Newcastle, and just very quick edge there. And sometimes you want to play these mind games with a kickoff. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This time it did not work.
It didn't work whatsoever. So see that they're adapting around each other's players here and trying to see if they can conquer the field one step further. Sent swing does bounce it through. Look at that, playing off their team there, bud. Good, of course, good momentum. They're now looking to strike it even closer beyond. Bouncing it over the top.
Ascent there, pushes it towards the center. It's just going to be shy. In that crossbar instead. Ascent now gets it into the center, but ADOS will be there to answer. Eminence tries to slow it down and control. Let the ball pinch itself into one of the players here of Griffith and go into the safety of the corner. But now it's Ascent with some control here. Nice little flick. Will push it on through, but Exile rises to the challenge.
Yeah, rises to the challenge and ready. See if they are going to be able to conquer the next one ahead of them. Exile, good to relegate it to the side there, and AEST is going to be looking to start setting things into motion again.
Exile beats one player, but Ascent forward here. That's a very dangerous attack by Ascent. Maybe if it had a little bit more oomph behind it, wouldn't have been a save. But fortunately, when you're out of boost, this is what you can do. Ascent has gone back, finds it the second time round.
And we'll be able to find number 2 breaking through there. Only a tight squeeze into the goal line, but they do manage to wiggle their way in. So solid stuff coming out from UON there. We'll see if Griffith is going to be able to find a comeback here as now look to strike. The iron is still warm.
Plenty of time on the clock here, so opportunities do abound, but Ascent there. Very nice little read. Was picked up nicely by Eminence off the back of that. Look at that. So Demo straight away into the pass. Oh, little pinch there as well. A little bit of a kiss between the two players as they managed to knock the ball straight in. But I love it when it gives that extra momentum to the ball and just makes it impossible to save.
Possible to save here, and see if there's going to be a possibility on the horizon. Step back up for a moment. Hold on gracefully and see if they can give it to their utmost best as they are pressed up. Now looking to hit the ground running here. ADOS and Co. Still looking to strike hard here. See if they can find a way back in. See if they can discard goal disparity.
ADOS there, unable to get around the ball for a nice touch to bring it towards the center, so it will be held up there by University of Newcastle. Still 2 minutes, 2-goal deficit. Not impossible, but starting to get harder, starting to eat at your mental a little bit, and that would absolutely destroy it. 3 goals with 1 minute and 51 seconds left there. That's a moment where you start thinking about going next. I mean, again, crazier things have happened. We've seen Griffith turn it around in the past. They're literally just a game before, able to bring it back to that 3-3 before, but this time around, I don't have the same vigor behind it.
Yeah, it's not quite as much oomph in there, is it? But they will be able to find a semblance of it back, closing the gap now to 2 between them. So really solid structure coming out from Griffith there. They do manage to find a way in, but UON still going to have to try their best to keep this ball locked up. I mean, they've got 1 minute 40 now. We'll see what changes as we push further in.
Definitely a confidence booster to get one there.
Not ready to see what they can do and see how they fare. Back for a moment here. Slow and steady. They are looking to keep going on.
We'll push that one across. Yeah, it's going to be an opportunity here now for Griffith as AEL pushes that through. Exile was able to read to get a nice little hit on the angle and bring that down.
Yeah, agreed. They definitely put a nice handle on it and eager to see what else they are going to be able to spin through here. 30 seconds to go. Oh no, it's OT time. Here it goes.
Not OT just yet, 30 seconds. Still possibility here, but I said, you know what? It was a tall order. It's hard to come back from that deficit with that time left on the clock, but Griffith, they made it work.
Certainly did, and they're one step closer to the OT time here. 20 seconds to go. Good hit up top there, but going to be pushed offside, and now down low. Paz closer to the ceiling. It's going to drop down. ADOS, last line of defense, and we'll be looking. Reaper straight up. Oh my goodness. They do get it over the line. Here it is. 20-minute overtime coming at you right now.
Wow. Loving it. Loving it. They're coming through. That's an actual sense that they are just blowing each other up. They're not... You know what? When strategy's not working, perhaps we can just use brute force. That seems to be the memento here instead. Sent their nice little pass over from Eminence to them and not able to capitalize just off the back of it. But Eminence makes it look easy. That was brilliant.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe what we just witnessed there? The bounce through into the glide there. It was just like a bull shot, honestly. So amazing shots are coming out from our team. And they're going to be able to have a clean way towards series point.
Yeah, that was very, very nice indeed. Eminence, that was beautiful. Grabbed the ball, faked out the little hit there, decided to bring it down, and of course had an open net for the ground pinch. That was just great.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, definitely felt good about that one. They're going to be very happy to be able to close it out there. Not going to have that extended OT like we very much hoped for. So unlucky for us, but
30-minute OT. I'm just going to keep upping the minutes.
Up the
40-minute OT.
Movie length OT. It's time for an hour-long OT.
That's right. Why even do?
Half.
Just skip 15 minutes straight to an hour.
Yeah, we're going straight in. Just like this kickoff.
All right back into the action. ADOS is going to win out there as well, but Eminence not one of the players you do not want to get with full boost as well. Able to push through most of them, but just not enough. A little bit of a scramble towards the end there as well as everyone refines their structure.
Yeah, realizes their structure and see if they can cause a rupture in the defense here.
Oh, that was a good run.
There's more where that came from.
A man of poetry, Metzi. Oh, that was so close yet so far. Unable to get there in time, but it will be deflected by a synth.
A nice deflection. Seeking to yield further results here. Pressure. Good tap forward. Does keep it on the opponent's side of the pitch there. Ascent. Ooh, does find their own advantage though. They've gone ahead of this one, but keeping it up high in the sky. Eminence has a bit of boost to play with, and not going to be able to force it through yet though.
Eminence is just so casual about their mechanics as well. Definitely have been doing a lot of work just moving around. They're just comfortable to make the more flashy play. And it's not a flashy play that is a detriment. It's a flashy play that is actually quite a great boon for the rest of them. That is so close, but Bud is there to make sure that the finish will be finished.
That's it. so close. They will be able to get it done in the end there. So, solid stuff coming out from them, you know. I'm impressed with how they managed to take things down, blow things up, and need to see if there's going to be another one just like it. Oh my goodness. Right around the corner. Fortunately, for GU, going to be today.
Bud will slow it down to the corner there, guiding it into Ascent. To pass it through to Paz. Maybe an opportunity here as well, but Bud will be ready for the save. ADOS tries to go in for a bit of a Hail Mary swing, but won't find a target. Now I see AOS in the air here. I don't see much coming back. Eminence, oh, so well done to actually hold their position and stop through and get it across there.
Yeah, they've stopped through, trying to get it across the line here and feeling quite fine all about it. But let's see if they are going to be able to get a more through. Good hit over the top. With the bounce ahead of it. Straight through to UON. Make it slow and steady so far.
I think it's Sense having a bit of a moment there in the corner, but that's fine. Get their bearing, get themselves back into it. University of Newcastle's going to be holding the line just yet. Exile managed to get in there in the moment, in that brief moment of weakness.
Yeah, you say goodbye. Exile says hello. I will enjoy the show there. 1 for 1, all on deck. And let's see how they progress into the next kickoff here. Good hit from Eminence. ADOS in the back though. Doesn't get to it. Minutes for the chance. The teammates pushing it into the center field. Not going to be able to yield the result though, so still stuck back. They are doing a great job of keeping up the pressure here.
Yeah, the push will come through as well back onto the backboard, but no one else will try to intercept for the attack again. So maybe an opportunity now for Griffith to bring some more control into Eminence. Hold on for the time being. It's a bit of a sad moment there with Ascent just not in position and unable to do things for the time being, and Griffith now continuing to push that lead a little bit further.
One step further on the shiny road to victory. We'll see if they are going to be able to claim it right here, right now, or whether would it be more danger on the horizon here. Bud.
Sort of play.
Holding back.
Beats 1,
Yeah.
doesn't beat 2. You know what? I think it was that Jim Carrey cable guy. Just gonna pull that out there quietly.
See what else is going to be coming through. Get up top. Paz. Ready? Comes
Yep.
through the midfield there. Ooh, pressure up the back though.
Well, let's see what they can bring back to it now. Eminence will keep it up high. Exile. Nice little take there. The catch is going to be good. Just barely misses it out, but ADOS will be able to pick up the scraps.
Certainly will. So, feeling ahead in the goal department here. Really solid offense. You know, coming out from Griffith, and it looks like 2 game 5s in a row if things keep up like this. So, very interested to see if UON can build themselves back up here. Definitely a difficult endeavor, but not an impossible one.
Yeah, unfortunate for Eminence there. Tried to get a little bit over the top, allow the ball just to get pushed in, but wasn't going to be able to get that one. See how we can go now. Eminence tries to push through, but it will be saved by Exile. Good read there. We'll of course use so there's a little bit of those jumps to make it work. As they come back around, Paz picks up another one. 4-1.
4-1, they are steaming ahead right now. Definitely getting closer and closer towards that game of 5 potential. We'll see. They can cook up from here.
4-1. 20 seconds on the clock, really, basically, at this moment. I'd say it's most likely a foregone conclusion who's going to be coming out in this game. Like you said, game 5. And you know what that means? 24-hour overtime.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Be here all night. I don't. Who needs sleep, Matty?
Not us.
We're dads. We don't sleep.
Yeah, we're vampires.
Definitely the case there. Alrighty, game 5. I think we have most of it coming on through, but we'll see how we go. It's definitely tough. Definitely tough to sort of bring something back when you've got that little bit of a handicap. Again, just so important to keep your spacing correct. You can't be too aggressive. These are things that just sort of need to put into mind, but see how we go.
Yeah, we'll see what they are going to, I guess, put in their peripheral vision there. You know, obviously, UN having pretty solid beginning, but they do face their fair share of struggles, so it's definitely very difficult endeavor for them so far. You know, I think Griffith have done a really pleasant job of taking control, opening space there, and managing to get the goals on the board. You know, they're starting to really get ahead of this series, and I'm excited to see what the result looks like once we get into it.
No, I agree as well. I'd be very excited as well. Sometimes, you know, you need to build a bit of climax to it, right? We need to build up, make sure it's all good, sit things on through. Players there, obviously, taking a moment to build that climax for us. Very nice. You guys keep that up. I do like it when the players put on a bit of a show.
They're revving the engine. They're ready to get it going. Ready. Amp things up, and here we go. They are going to be able to get straight into it right now. Big hit over upside there. Exile. Ooh, tries to wait them out with little to no boost. So, just to see what else they are going to be able to do. They hold back, hold tight now.
Well, it looks like Ascent's doing their best Phoenix impression now, because they definitely seem much more lively than they did in the previous game, which is good. This is what we want to see. Good movement coming across. Ascent tries to bring it in. ADOS is going to hold off the time being, but Eminence will be there in the midfield to keep that control. That's a beautiful catch.
Yeah, agreed. Really solid catch there, and they're going to need a few more just like that. I want to keep this series online here, but see what happens. Big shot from Ascent. Able to lock in as yet, though.
I really was. I'm a bit disappointed by ADOS there. I feel if they just activated a little quicker after immediately getting that. I think there was a slight hesitation there. Sometimes when you get something so smooth right off the back, you're like, oh, beautiful catch. Just take it and go. Sometimes it's just so smooth that you don't realize. You're like, oh, okay. I've got it now. I think ADOS had one of those moments.
Yeah, I think I can be in agreement with you on that one. You know,
you kind of expecting the ball to like bounce a little bit. You can just look at the slight bounce off the top there. Just not such a beautiful boom. Perfect plays. Basically killing the ball like Nagi.
I can respect it. Yeah. There's a reason Nagi got their own episode there, and this is no.
It's a movie. They got their own movie.
You know what I mean.
I do know.
It's called Episode of Nagi.
It is true, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Who's a bigger anime fan? Find out next time on Rocket
League.
University Series, AEL.
Elite Series. Yeah.
I don't know. I was about to do the Dragon Ball Z voice, but I don't know if I was going.
Coming next.
Coming next time on Rocket League AEL University. Yeah.
League E Elite Series.
Rocket League AEL.
Yeah.
Big
move over the top, though. They're going to be able to slice that one down. Nice shot. Look at that.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Actually, that's an own goal. I had an orange trail there.
Beautiful.
That was a trader.
I love it.
That was okay. They weren't expecting it, and we weren't expecting to redirect. We honestly looked as if Paz was the one that did do that, but the player that rose the challenge, I'm not going to name and shame, okay? Unfortunately, gave the player a little bit of a side code twist to it, and it decided to go backwards into their own goal. And these things happen. It's not a matter of if, but when.
It. When will be tested time and time again as look at the holder back here, bud. Move off field. Then trying to see if we can get a hold of it as well, but we are left behind here for now. Griffith, what a grand job of just taking control of the ball, their presence over it. So really creating a lot of obstacles for UON here.
And that's what they need to do now. Again, it doesn't need to be this sense of, like, I said park the bus, but I use it unironically. You want to keep possession. That's the big thing. The more time that you can hold the ball, have control, keep it on their side of the field. Again, it doesn't need to be goals like Paz is putting through there in the open net. And you can see a bit of the desperation starting to flow on through for the University of Newcastle. They're bringing their players forward. They're losing their structure. That means that these counterattacks start to become a lot clearer, and Griffith are able to capitalize and push their lead a little bit further ahead. And I think that's something that as well that's worth to note. Griffith have had fantastic resilience to bring the games back from a deficit. I haven't really seen Newcastle put to this test yet with their full team strong.
Yeah, that's it. We're definitely need to see what that is going to look like, and see there coming in to the mix here. 3-0 up, almost up to 4, and they must go for even more.
Yeah, it was a strong strike, but defense was committed to, and it held the line. But that's only going to do you so much when you're at a deficit in this game with only, well, not even, I was going to say with only 1 minute, but it's actually less than that now. Bring something back. It's going to have to be goal, followed by quick kickoff goal, followed by another quick kickoff goal. Like, you can't have really anything in between now with these times. Yeah, you could say maybe you could make, goals working 10, 12 seconds each, but it's such a tall ask. It has to be some pretty insane kickoff goals that you've had pre-organized.
Yeah, I've got to agree. They're definitely facing their fair share of struggles here. Like, they're trying their best to do something, but it just isn't working for them.
Oh, c'est la vie. Sometimes that is how the cookie crumbles. And XL, beautiful stuff there with the air dribble, but will be challenged, will be taken away. And 9 seconds coming on through here. Griffith University will definitely be happy with the final result.
Yeah, that's it. All is well, all is as well here, and see what else is it going to be.
That was Paz the whole way through. Paz got 3 goals. Good obviously support there coming from XL and Addis, but Paz just really was the one that was able to find all of the opportunities.
Agreed. They really set the scene, set the tone for their team, and managed to just steamroll ahead. So really impressed with what they've been able to do here, what they've been able to achieve, and yeah, eager to see what else is going to be conducted through getting into the rest of the evening here, because Griffith, they managed to find success there. So, the team which you had picked to take away victory is going to be able to do just that.
Absolutely. And I think it's kind of cool in these series where you do start to see a sort of theme play on through. I feel the first series was really about that rhythm. The second one seemed to be about that resilience. So really excited to see what the next series bring to the table.
Yeah, same here. I think we've got some great endeavors on their way through into the rest of the night. Definitely going to be pretty fun to see what all of our teams are going to be able to cook up. Yeah, I think that there's been some good pacing, good potential even in the early stages of the night, and I'm sure that the rest is going to be no exception as well.
Absolutely, and I believe it's going to be Latrobe up against Queensland's University Tech, right? If I'm ever so look, sometimes I might have these things wrong. I need you to correct me, Matsy. Help me out here.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Beautiful.
That's about right.
Beautiful. Gotta love it when you're on point and everything. It's all coming together, Matsy. It's all coming together. But yeah, of course, teams need to go through, do their warm up, get everything ready to roll as well. You're gonna have us for a little bit here, and I was talking about the themes, Matsy. Sort of saying, hey, we've seen rhythm, we've seen resilience. What do you want to see for the second theme? Well, sorry, the third theme of the series so far.
Halloween.
Halloween. All right, fine. You know what? Halloween's fine, and maybe looking at Latrobe, Laka, Fiasco, and is that Clevin or Kelvin? What are you gonna say? Kelvin. You got a better take. I'll let you do QUT.
Yeah. So that one is going to be Kelvin. We have Mac, Jacko, Ultraviolet coming out for QUT there. You know, definitely eager to see how things go. And, you know, Mendrix, if it was a Clevin, it could be Clevin 11. We'd love to see that. Maybe
lucky number Clevin?
Yeah, maybe Clevin 07. That one's
Clevin 07. Clevin 07. That now you're showing your age, Matty. That's you know what? I bet you Clevin had a little tyke back in the day as well.
Surely.
100%. Had to be. Everyone else had it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Keen to see what that's all going to look like for man. You know, I think there's great potential, but a bit of potential. Here we go. Straight into the series. So, away we go. Game 1, they're going to be locked in. Latrobe taking on QUT here. Let's see what they can do right now as they look to progress their way upfield, yield something deeper, some kind of shield. But it ain't going to happen just yet.
Dig deep into your soul and you will find a sanctuary. Ultraviolet now pushing that one forward. Maybe that was a bit too deep, too early, you reckon?
I reckon. Just a little bit, you know?
I was relying on you to be like, no, it's completely fine, Mendrix. It's completely okay. All good at that, so.
Too deep.
Well, ball, what I'm seeing so far, the ball seems to be liking its time in the air. Both these teams like to keep it high. Whether it is going to be nice long lob shots or just, you know, aerial control. Jacko now looking to do a bit of Fiasco, of course, stop that one short in the air. And Ball's sort of seeing most of his time just, you know, back and forth between the sides here and a bit of a stop in between in the midfield.
That's it. Bit of a stop in between in the midfield there, trying to see if they can yield something better. Ooh, way past Jacko. Trying to pass off to a teammate there, not going to be able to catch it. No boost, no problem. They're just going to keep going, keep blowing their way in and see if they are going to be able to lock something else out. Right. Here's Ultraviolet, trying to dial it up a notch, trying to see if they can style their way through and break this one down.
You know, having no boost and trying to make a play at this level does kind of feel like winging an interview. You're just kind of hoping that, oh, you know, I shouldn't be in this interview, but somehow I got past the first stage. Hopefully this works out. As I say that, Mac aces the interview, pushes the ball right through as well. Love that. Jacko able to beat Fiasco and Mac realizing where the ball was going, reacts in time and knocks it right in.
Knocks it right in and locks it right out. So let's get into the demo zone. We're back, so back. We love it. And we're here to stay, but see who's going to be the next one. Entering into Demo Town as more haven't been in line yet. Sure, there's one to come. There it is. 2 more new residents to Demo Town. And a goal for good measure.
Yeah, and that little bit of extra tempo that you gain from knocking the players out ends up giving Fiasco an opportunity to put one through. Nice little Batman symbol as well, just to sort of put around 1-1 apiece here. And both these teams doing it their own different ways. One with a bit more physicality, the other one with good reaction time. Oh, Fiasco! Ooh. Unfortunate. Unable to get around it. Is gonna safely hit the backboard and go far on out, but Elvin brings it back in. Ultraviolet's looking to get there, doesn't get the touch. This might be an opportunity, but Latrobe unable to capitalize.
Yeah, unable to capitalize. Able. More comment.
Ultraviolet. Control, very good control, but unable to claim the prize at the end. Also, an open goal there. Mac puts it in, tries to get a nice little touch in the center. Laka almost with an own goal. That would have been sad, but sets up Jacko, who does just miss out as well. And opportunities abound, but no one's willing to take the job.
And no one's willing to make the jump here. See if they can pop something through as they start to string something together. Mac is trying to stop them in their tracks. They're not going to be able to rack anything up from it though. Just going to be held off. Fiasco in name and nature. UUT side, but they're looking to push it one in the same all over again. Oh, close one.
You can see Latrobe has the right idea each time. Every time one of the members from QUT are sort of in the air, looking to control, looking to sort of play it over, they just go, look, I'm just going to knock you right out. And you kind of need to do it a little bit earlier, otherwise those offensive attacks do sort of come to fruition, because they do manage, even if you knock out the player, the ball's still got momentum, it's still going to go towards the goal, and creates those sort of sticky situations that you don't want to put yourself in.
Yeah, don't want to put yourself into one of those, and see if they are going to be able to propose something more here from Grand as hold it steady for a second longer. Casco ready to violate even more so. The presence is a fit. We'll be looking to melt away the defense.
Nice little catch there from Jacko, but Fiasco is going to just drop in. It's close, and it's enough. Laka manages to get through at the very end with 20 seconds left. Latrobe will be happy with that one.
Yeah, they're going to be very happy with that one, as a matter of fact. So, great to get that one in at such an imperative time as this. You know, having that one score lead is going to really take them leaps and bounds ahead, and excited to see what they can do with this.
Puts the wins in the sails there. Fiasco stopping a dangerous situation. Looks good. Able to go on the counter attack and pick another one up. And again, you could see a lot of the members there pushed forward here. Ultraviolet caught with no boost, unable to jump through to stop that one. And Fiasco knows a flick's going to be good enough and gets it.
Yeah, looking to see if they can get something else out of this. You know, locking in another one there is just going to really solidify their position onto this. There we have it. Game number 1 locked down in favor of Latrobe. So, really good stuff coming through from them. You know, a lot of shots on deck from Fiasco in particular. Picking 4 in that one. Picking down 2. Laka on the team. Picking down 1 and securing 1. So, a 100% shot ratio there, and very keen to see if they can get a few more just like it once we do jump into game number 2 there. But definitely an exciting way to begin things here for this series.
What's interesting as well is that, you know, it's relatively low score until the very end. Yeah. I mean, it was 1-1 until 20 seconds left on the clock, right? It's to get another one in that time is, you know, unlikely, but in the end ends up being that 3-1 and looks very favorable for Latrobe. But I still believe that we're in a close competition. I think QUT can still bring the heat.
Yeah, bring the heat, and we'll see. They are going to be able to keep this one grounded. Proceeding time after time here as to hold things down. A lot of things in, but one's been able to find a hasty goal just yet.
Mac just to set up here as well isn't going to be able to get the best angle to bring it down, so Fiasco will guide it towards safety, towards the center. Ultraviolet, nice little tap there, will set it up, but it will be just a nice setup for a clear instead. And yeah, the players feeling each other out now, just trying to figure out where there's going to be a chance for an opportunity to, of course, get the ball through, who's looking like the weakest link at the moment. Sometimes there is a player that just isn't up to their usual form and allows you to get those beats that sets up the opportunities for the goals. And that happens to be that scenario there for Laka. As you can see, nice little play from Elvin to bring it down over the top of Mac, and Laka sees it and get the beat, ends up putting one away here now.
Yeah, putting away and now, and to see how they can blast their way through this one. Try and hold firm here. Shots coming through. Kelvin going to be bypassed as well. Lacquer, luckily still there though, ready. Present some flair into the mix. A good tap downfield. Violet yields the defensive capabilities there, but still much more work here.
We seem to be stuck in the corner. Finally gets released. Up in the air. Lacquer's going to miss out on that one. Fiasco will get back in time and will look to push it up high and use the backboard to rebound for the clear. Now going down here, not the best touch. Maybe an opportunity for Latrobe if they were paying attention to the strike, but it will go well and truly wide of the goal on the far side. And we've settled back into a ribbon here for the players.
Yeah, going to be a back in into ribbon there, but almost be able to unravel that ribbon. The goal, but going to be a lockdown and loaded just yet. Oh, now it will be though. There it is. Unwrap that gift, and it is on full display.
That's a beautiful little pass there to Fiasco to get in a quick rebound, and Lacquer knew what was happening. That's good communication from back to front. All three members involved in that play and was able to catch QT off guard.
That they were, and see if they are going to be able to catch them once again now. Big bounce over. Their best to hold on to it. Going to be able to gather any further resources though. Well, maybe not. I speak too soon. 2.5 minutes now on the clock. We've reached the halfway point, Vendrix. The demos are locking in.
Yeah, that's definitely a legitimate strategy if you're feeling that you are being just a little bit beat there in terms of that initial prowess. You can start being more physical. I feel that might be a winning play for QUT because Latrobe definitely seem to be the better team in the air at this moment in time. They're just doing a good job setting things up from back to front. Nothing too flashy. It's just good setups, good structure. And one way to sort of deal with structure is to add a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, added a lot of chaos into the mix there, and see they are going to be able to do here. Kelvin, nice opening there. They collect the ball and lock it in. So, you know, Ultraviolet lucky with their teammate Jacko catching the wrong side of that one. It's a disastrous result.
Yeah, that was. I don't think Jacko was going for the ball. I think they were just looking to recover back. It's, you know, obviously rotating back like a diligent teammate, but again, these things happen, and Trobe almost getting another one as well.
It's scary. Entries too scary. They need to hold back. Hold on a minute.
Oh, Mac now, this might be an opportunity. Good control, goes for the flick, but Fiasco reads it, defends, stops them from getting anything on the board.
Yeah, good stoppage coming through there, and they are looking to see if they can manage garner more from here. Jacko for the second. Waiting patiently. Good clearance from Fiasco. Still so much more to do here.
There was a moment there as well where the ball was left for Fiasco to actually knock that through for a pass. You know, typically you see the ball get taken, and again, communication for Latrobe just seems to be on point. No, leave it for me. You go down a bit further forward. I might be able to get you a breakaway. Just really maximizing every possible opportunity to find an advantage. Nice little flip. Looking for a bit more of a flip reset. Perhaps feels a bit more in the air. That dunk down might have resulted in a goal, but I think everyone's going to be happy with a 3-0 lead here for Latrobe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're going to be more than happy with that, as a matter of fact.
Well, I say everyone, but not everyone. I think QUT might not.
Yeah,
Would disagree with me on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone on the side, everyone on the side of Latrobe would be happy with a 3-0.
Yes, but not QUT. I'll be very sour about this out. But at least, you know, still more to follow from here.
Absolutely. Well, there we go. Latrobe looking strong, looking consistent. QUT, I don't want to say that they're looking weak. I just think at this moment in time, Latrobe is outshining.
Yeah, they're shining a bit brighter, let's say. You know, reflecting the sun's rays very well.
Which is interesting, right? Because of course you think, QUT, Queensland, you'd think more sun would be there, but obviously, again,
No,
I guess.
apparently not.
Well, you know what? The moon reflects the sun, so Latrobe
True.
really doing some good moonshine, at the moment, right? Bringing that down across.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I'm eager to see what this third game looks like, because we still got games on. You know, that's the beauty of a best of 5 series, isn't it? That it can go even further beyond. And let's see just how far beyond it goes. It's time to get the kickoff and see how it goes. Mac is down. Alaka tries to clown on it. They are going to be falling back.
Yeah, they do have time there. Sometimes those kickoffs, even though they get a demo, that was a good strike. That's throwing QT in a little bit of disarray, but aren't able to get it just yet. Laka looks to cut it off there, but it's not really the best touch. How was that not a goal? You would be very sad as QUT, but hold on here in game 3. And this is still within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, still within 30 seconds here, and we'll see if it's going to be gone in 30 seconds. Just a moment as Fiasco's down. Back up, Jacko. Good to blow it up, but they are going to be caught off.
Yeah, definitely a chaotic start. Has sort of settled now, but I like the idea from. I like sort of being a bit more aggressive, getting in your faces, causing those demos. It almost netted them a goal. I am surprised it didn't. So for the time being, just grab that boost, slow things down a little bit, and then probably go for a big burst like that again. Sort of catch Latrobe off guard.
Yeah, we'll see if they are going to be able to catch them there. Off guard and try their best to garner more favor into this one as click back a second longer here. See how
Whoa, it's
much
open,
more
it's
they
open.
can
Oh, never mind,
do.
Ultra's back.
It's shut.
It looked open. It looked open.
It was open, and then it was slam shut.
You gotta. Could you imagine if that kind of felt like an Indiana Jones moment? Fiasco, really good chance there, but will be handled nicely here by QUT. The defense remaining strong.
Yeah, bolstering their defenses and looking to build more fences around their goals there. But see, they can garner more attention, garner more favor out of this one now. Ooh, big bounce over the top. Not going to be able to lock the goal in. Still, to go for second innings here.
Maybe there.
Right across, not today.
Fiasco just seems to be shutting the door every single time on a chance of a goal here for QUT. Definitely playing that third man position to a T. Jacko now in the air will get a pass through to Mac, but Laka will get up nicely, controls it, slows it with a nice little flick over the edge there to pass, but in the end will not get the goal as the demo is finished off there. Fiasco sent to the car graveyard.
That's it. Ooh, a shot off point there, and eager to see what else they are going to be able to do now. Ultraviolet trying their best to push over the top, but it just ain't working. Fiasco, too much oomph on that pass attempt there, but at least they had still got a bit of momentum the teammates can play with.
What would you call a car graveyard? It's a Wreckers. Don't worry, we'll get it out.
Wreckers? Rust bucket?
Yeah, it's Wreckers, yeah. Definitely. It's
The
the auto Wreckers. No, like, we can't, I guess you can't just say the Wreckers, it's just the auto Wreckers.
Yeah, Wreckers right off the phone.
It's a good club name. Someone steal it. Oh, Laka. Definitely looking dangerous. It was one of those ones are unassuming, right? Because you think you're gonna be there in time to defend the ball when you go up, but then you hit the crossbar. The ball didn't actually land in that position. Just obviously hit the top bar, crossbar on the other side near the top. Bounces off, ends up being a double. Like those are scary. Doesn't look scary when you're watching it, but if you know you're in the one in the defending position, you know it's.
Oh yeah, super duper scary there, and you go to see that they can do here. Here we go.
Look, you know, I don't watch horror movies. I get scared easily.
True. I'm scared right now.
Why?
I'm scared of what's going to happen in this server and if we have a 20-minute OT.
Oh no, that's right. That's the true horror movie, isn't it? A 36-hour OT. That's not what you want to have happen. You know, I'm okay with a 20-minute OT. That's acceptable. But a 36-hour OT, that's a horrible.
Indeed, but you know what isn't rough? Latrobe have taken their first goal! So, well done, indeed.
Oh, and with no boost as well. Laka just right place, right time. I think the sense of urgency from QUT just was worn down for that 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and in the end, not going to be enough.
No, it is not going to be enough at all there. So, a tough spot. 1 second ago, though, once the ball hits the floor, the series is done and dusted, unless
Almost.
Latrobe can find a way back.
That was the jump scare coming across from QUT. Just bring on through. I was just there, like, yep, Latrobe's got this one. It's gonna be going on through there, and QUT just at the very end there, that was their jump scare saying, no, we might get this. We might bring it back.
Yeah, possibly. Potentially. But it's not meant to be. So, really good stuff coming out from Latrobe there. You know, they really managed to have a pretty solid endeavor. Like, they remained consistent throughout that whole series there. And very excited to see what else is going to be in store for their future. But whilst we get things set up for the rest of the broadcast, everybody, we are just going to be heading into a short break. So we will be back very, very soon. welcome back to the AEL University Elite Series here for Rocket League, and Matsy and Mendrix are going to be bringing you this fire interview. Welcome in, Fiasco!
Yo, how are we?
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to have you on board here with us tonight. And, you know, seeing that light in your background, I think that reflects what you were doing in the server into the series there. You know, you were the light at the end of the tunnel, definitely shining bright for your team. But I guess coming into that one, you know, it looked like there were some close moments. But what do you feel really worked well for you guys to get it over the line?
You know, we had our game plan. We've been working on it like the past couple of weeks, ever since like when I forgot who we played last week, but ever since we versus them, we've just been working, and we were in no doubt that we were going to lose that, to be honest.
Absolutely. I think the diligent work has definitely paid off to get a 3-0 series at the end of that. So hard work is showing, and the resilience that was put into play there definitely really came out on top in that last game. I mean, what was going through the communications the entire way through, which was flawless. I saw a number of 3-player plays that netted some goals there. Like, how do you guys sit down and do your communication?
Yeah, we've actually been talking about it a little, like getting the comms up, making sure that we like have proper like comms to tell each other where to be, what to do, and whatnot, just to make sure that like we can get those plays off.
No, it's great to have, I guess, great synergy and great communication. It definitely does go leaps and bounds, you know, when you're able to lock in like that and give it your absolute best. And yeah, I guess heading towards the rest of the season, do you feel like you guys are going to be able to build on that more and claim more victories? Like, do you think that you're heading towards your best form?
Yeah, 100%. I think that I think we were like we thought we might lose to QT, but beating them that convincingly just like kind of made sure that like I think we know that we're not going to lose again. I don't think until we verse like either like Macquarie or UNSW, and yeah, I think we're just going to keep winning until that.
Definitely the right attitude to have. I mean, you conquered QUT, and you were saying before there was a bit of the thought process in the back of your head, hey, maybe we're not going to be able to get there, but obviously that wasn't the result. How are you going to prepare for your next opponents? What's the feeling in terms of that? Obviously, don't give anything away. We don't want any secret strategies to be leaked, but just a general sort of idea of the next steps you guys will be taking.
I think we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, like keeping on like practicing, like just talking to each other, making sure that we know what to do, and that's about it.
I'm going to bed. You're making too much noise. Yeah.
Okay.
The doll.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, getting yelled at.
Yeah, that's all right. We are going to be heading towards our conclusion now, so we do appreciate you coming on board, Fiasco. Hopefully,
All good, all
things
good.
are going to be all good in and out of the server, I suppose. And yeah, thanks so much for coming in, mate. Very
Thanks,
appreciated.
guys.
There you go. So great to get our players on board for an interview once again there. Mr. Mendrix, you know, definitely eager to see what the future looks like for Latrobe there. You know, I think they've been...
You know, I had another
solid
question
games.
before it was cut short there, but of course, you know, I was going to say, you know, what was your favorite horror movie? Because obviously, we're talking about horror movies towards the very end. And to be honest, I feel like that's my favorite, like, well, my biggest horror instance would be like, I'm talking to someone and then my parents like bust in all of a sudden, like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, whoa, calm down.
Yes, that's happened to me many a broadcast in my previous home there. You know, they're just bust right in. They want to be part of the broadcast too, but it's not meant to be. No.
It's exciting. It's exciting, right?
Yeah, it adds a bit of flavor, you know, to the on-air goodies. But we're going to be getting into the on-air goodies of match 4 right now. It's going to be Indomie. Big shout out to Indomie, our next opponent there, taking on AGON by AOC. Nah, just kidding. It's going to be WhatOCE taking on a Deacon there for our next
That would be
matchup.
a match. I'd watch that. We should have a show match where the best players are picked up.
You know?
You can do that, right? And you can make it like
Yeah.
between different things. And yeah, do it. Yeah, we should do this.
Yeah.
I got
like-
the best
like
plan.
A little, you know, sword out of Indomies. You know, the Migorem packets.
Yeah,
They'll have
yeah.
a monitor sword there. It would be the battle of the mascots. I'd love to see it. But I'm going to be keen to see what these two teams can do on the field here for Rocket League as well. I think that they've got a lot of potential. Speaking of the rosters, who do we have here today?
Yeah, it's going to be obviously Monash up against Deacon, and on the side of Monash, it's going to be NK, Fergo, and Rooks up against Bluey, Fauna, and Psycho for Deacon. So this is definitely going to be a fantastic match. I'm looking forward to what these guys put together. I know I've heard the name Fauna definitely spoken to in Oars and Whispers as well. So really excited to see what this player brings to the table. But of course, all of them are strong individuals in their own right.
Absolutely. You know, I think that they've definitely showcased a lot of their capabilities throughout the season so far. You know, Rourke's definitely one that I've been my eyes on. Psycho, name and nature there. They have been able to launch some absolutely insane goals for their team in the previous series. And I'm sure this one will be no exception. Speaking of, though, Bluey already locked and loaded towards a straight shooter. He's going to be ponded off for now. See if they can find another opening.
Continuing to move forward for the time being. Quick match right off the back here. Players obviously rotating, getting the boost, stealing away Fergo, as you can see, just taking that resource when it's available. Rooks there obviously wants to get a backboard rebound, but will be picked up by Bluey, who will guide it down. But again, Rooks just holding that position, keeping the ball on the side of Deacon.
Potential there. Speaking of Monash, eyes wide open. They shut in the first goal on the board. So great to play off that hit there. You know, you saw Psycho try and hit it off the wall there to see if they'd stall something out. Monash just capitalized immediately.
Yeah, taking that opportunity, running with the momentum, doing some good stuff. Let's see how we go. Psycho wants to brings it up. Just showing us a little bit of a nice little play on there. See how this one pulls across. Bluey brings it down, but Rux is ready and waiting. And Monash off to a nice early lead there, that one goal. Always good to start, right? Always good to draw first blood. But I like that one. Right ahead here in the early game gives you a bit of wind in your sails.
Yeah, a bit of momentum behind it. You know, always love a bit of wind in the sails there. Maybe we're unleashing the Wind Waker. Who knows? Oh, what I do know is there was a lot of wind behind that one. Nice and close.
Of course, wind was blowing back in the other direction, and it will be saved. Will be held on for the time being. Both ships going as fast as possible. You know, it's more like when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. What happens, man?
Boom! Is what happens, Centrix. And definitely eager to see what else is going to be able to happen, my man. There's more on horizon. Definitely excited to see how game 1 fares here, everyone.
Nice little save there from Fergo, but might be a setup here for Deacon. Rooks, though, gets back in time, redirects it towards the backboard, and cuts the play off before it has an opportunity to reach fruition. Rooks again, just back in position, knock it down. Fergo will pick up the pieces and knock it back there, but a bit of time for Deacon to control the ball, see if they can create another play if possible.
Yeah, we'll see if they are going to be able to create another play here. They stick back for the second. They pick it up and will be forced up into the corner here. Rose will push it in. Will not be able to drive it over the side.
Oh, nice little demo there. We'll knock corner out for the time being. Psycho gets another one onto Nick. So this is opening things up, but Fergo gets back in time. Temporarily a one-person show, but all good in the end there. Isn't gonna give away a goal just yet, and still at 1-goal lead is what's separating Monash and Deacon for the time being.
Yeah, 1-goal lead here into game number 1. What could go to a potential game 3, maybe. We'll see if we get to game 3, or maybe something there beyond.
Hopefully something beyond.
Yeah, not a game 3 yet.
No, we're not. We're definitely not at game 3 yet.
Yeah. We can see clairvoyance into what game 3 could look like. We'll get there eventually. And Now we are going to be getting things off. Good, Demo coming through there. And we'll see what else is going to be cooking up into this one.
Alrighty, Fogo knocks that one on through. Louis grabs it, has a nice little catch and take there. Love the little pinch off the wall. This might be an opportunity, but Fogo gets back, able to read where the ball's going on the redirect. But that was a nice little fancy play.
Yeah, get a bit fancy with it, styling on it even, and see if they are going to be a freestyler into this one.
Rock the microphone.
G. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
We manifested it into existence.
It happened.
Yeah. That's how you do it, mate. You take it all the way back to the double O's, and it just flows.
It was a great time then. I'm just gonna put that out there. That was it was a magical period. The naughties.
Oh, yeah. Best time.
The best time
to be alive.
And this is definitely a good time for Monash as well. 2-0.
Fantastic.
2-0. They must be loving it. They're definitely giving us that naughties vibe now. Fogo with possible breakaway corner's going to be there to hold on. But nonetheless, there 6 seconds left. Psycho wants to make something happen towards the end here. You want to get something on the board before that buzzer goes live.
Yeah, before the buzzer sounds there. Oh, finally. Poor Deacon. They work so hard for it. They do get one goal in the end, but it's one and done. Monash will be able to prevail into that first game there, so they will claim a confident victory. Going into game number 1 here, and very keen and curious to see what the rest look like as well.
And you can see there as well, Rooks obviously with the higher score definitely bringing a lot to it. Just a lot of opportunities to cut off those plays. Obviously you can see there, gets to save, 2 shots, 2 goals, 2 shots, 2 goals. Really nice stuff there. Fergo obviously bringing a lot of that, probably opening up opportunities for Rooks to get it with their shots. So a lot of contribution from everyone.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. You know, that's why it's a team game. It's a team effort. Those contributions matter, no matter how grand or small. You know, everything makes a difference. Everyone is able to make their mark here, and very excited to see what is it going to be coming out of game number 2 in this one. You know, I think there's definitely large potential for what could come from this.
Couldn't agree more. I think Deacon definitely have the ability to step up a little bit as well. Things were looking very convincing for Monash, but I think there was just a little bit of uncharacteristic play that was sort of holding them back. So maybe they can shape up, bring their initial form coming into game 2. They've had their warm-up game, right? That's what we always say. You know, even though it's a best of 5 series, that first game can sometimes feel like a warm-up game, even if you've been playing the whole.
Yeah, that's right. You know, obviously, I guess it's the start of a series. It's kind of like, you know, you're throwing the feelers out there, just trying to get a sense of how the series is going to go, how your team wants to play, and how your opponent is going to be trying to throw the jabs towards you. So, yeah, definitely can understand a bit of first game's jitters there, you know, just trying to gain an understanding of how they want to take things on and tackle, I guess, the rest of the journey. But
yeah, you know, a game 3 never feels like a game 1. That's how
right.
it is.
Yeah. Big vibe difference there, you know. Definitely need to see how the vibes change up coming into game 2 very soon.
Yeah, soon will be coming across. Now, trying to think about what would be the sort of plays that need to comes into it. I think Monash look very comfortable in the air. Maybe Deacon could probably try to keep it a bit more grounded. It's hard to say, hey, keep it grounded, right? Because obviously when you're in the air, you just got so much more opportunity and ability to do stuff as well. But you can have quicker plays on the ground where you're looking to really capitalize on those passes. Might be a opportunity for Deacon to unlock something a bit different that Monash is not expecting.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you there, Mendrix. You know, I think that they're trying to unlock, tap into their true potential, and very keen to see what they are going to be able to find from that potential. You know, we did see, obviously, the light at the tunnel from our last series there, and I think we're going to see a new version of the light coming into this one as well. You know, very excited for what is going to be cooking up in the chamber here, and need to see some more of those unique goal explosions, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, tell me about it, right? To be honest, it's been pretty standard tonight. I mean, Twin Dragons, Hellfire. Obviously, there was the I can't remember the big cloud's called. He makes that sound that, you know, he's like, something's happened. You know what I mean? We're like, like you've been sort of punched in the gut out of the blue. That's what it feels like. So, looking at a few more things a bit better there. To be honest, I feel like I want to see what Fauna's got. I would feel with a name like that, you've got the mushrooms, surely.
Yeah, something is going to be on deck here, but we are going to be getting into the game now, everybody. So let's get ready to rumble. Stumble into this one and see who can take it on top. As we are going to be bouncing up high now. Kamna, good to take it off corner. Good to take it off into the corner there and see what else they are going to be able to do.
We'll be able to bring that one down, but Nyx with no boosts will take the risk and say, hey, pull that one away straight away. Like you're just holding down, not chasing the ball. That's what I like to see. Oh, Fauna, a bit of a two-player commit then. Not what you want to do. This might be an opportunity for Monash to strike and get something back, but unable to find the final execution there to get that one on through and make it work.
Yeah, make it work and see. They can manage to push their way ahead. Louis, good tap over, and they lock in the first. So, well done, bursting onto the scene there, and they are going to be taking good control for Deacon. Good way to find a resurgence into this one, and it plays into what we were talking about before, you know, getting those first game dealers out, but now they seal the deal with a lead.
Pushing forward there, see how they can knock that on through. Nice little control, you know what, I'm going to hold back the time being. A bit dangerous. Bluey goes for the shot, says, hey, if you're going to give me an opportunity on a silver platter, I'm going to definitely seize it, but isn't able to get that across. Deacon definitely sitting pretty this time around, a bit of a reversal of fortunes, right? Before it was Monash that had that lead that was holding on to, but Deacon this time. But I feel like my caster curse has come back to haunt. Monash
Not again.
Able to get that on through. And you know what? Like it's a good cast. Like it's a caster curse to Deacon, but at the same time, it's a caster blessing to Monash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be happy. You know, they're reaping the rewards there. But we'll see how the rest of this one flows. Yeah.
We'll see how we go now. Ball up in the air, back and towards the center. Bluey, no boost. He's going to try to do something with it, but of course will be challenged. Oh, good. I like that little hit there. Oh, okay. That's not ideal. Both players went for it there as well, and he sort of cut the play short. It was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, solid stuff coming through from them there, isn't it? But see how they can navigate this one. Good hit upfield on the Virgo. Could be an opening here if you can get a hold of it. Psycho top center. It's cleaned out. So enough for Monash to keep it online.
And now Fauna pushing that back towards the center, be picked up by Nyx, who goes to the wall. Fauna gets the beat, bringing it down, but Virgo will be doubling back. Sure, nothing's going to be happening there. Nice little control there. Managed to get the player beat as well again, but in the end, see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Rainbow Trail will never fail, and we are going to be trying to some movement on this one. Virgo good to keep it on the corner there, so you can push it up a little more. Will be fought back by Fauna, and take this one up a notch. Oh my goodness, it's locked out. The defense is holding.
Yeah, unfortunate moment there for Nick trying to get it on through, but will not be able to claim the prize. Psycho will beat Rooks. Back to Fergo now. No boost to make that work. Yeah, it's just tough when you've got no boost and you're trying to push it forward there. I feel like maybe it's just slowing down the play, allowing everyone to get a bit more resources when you push it forward there, because it just feels like their counterattack has just got no lethality behind it.
Yeah, no lethality behind it. They're going to need some of that if either team wants to break this tied game apart. You know, Steam ahead of it. Just over a minute to go. Somebody needs to get something flowing. Otherwise, we could be jumping straight into a 20-minute OT.
20-minute OT. It's happening this time. It's going to happen. Oh, Fergo. Tries to get it through. Fauna. Stop it once again. Bluey slows it down. Nice little flick. But he's going to be blocked out once again. The setup's there. Fauna finds it and manages to push that one in.
Yeah, great timing for Deacon as well. 36 seconds to go here. Monash going to have a lot of pressure on their shoulders to try and deliver something of further. We'll see if they can garner more from this as stick back a second longer now. 34 seconds to go here. It's time to get this one moving.
Fauna now has plenty of boost in the pocket there. Chooses not to go for the flip reset. Maybe he didn't even get there around the ball. Fergo immediately challenging. No cutesy stuff in the air. Doing solid mechanics here. Solid basic mechanics here with quick play. There's no freestyling now in this game. That's what it felt like there. There's no rocking of the microphone.
Oh, the microphone is gonna drop soon.
Will we say that? Ball's been kept in the air. Oh, still manages to hit the corner there. Psycho
Still
goes
top.
up high. Fergo keeps it through as well. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping it up.
Oh, my
Nick,
goodness!
almost.
Ooh. Really dancing.
Okay,
around
this is a bit to the detriment
still going.
of Deacon. Like, Deacon could have just knocked this down. There we go. I think finally they managed to make that one and get it out. Because honestly, Deacon were also kind of playing with their food there just a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. They were having a bit of fun with it, but they do manage to make it work in the end there. Somehow, some way.
And look, you know, if you play with your food, sometimes another cat's gonna steal it, right? You have to eat your food. So Deacon there manages to bring the ball down. Monash, of course, unable to claim their prize there in this game. But of course, this is a series, plenty of opportunities for these teams to bring something back. I'm looking at what everyone's putting together right now. I'm not seeing any clear standouts so far, but maybe as the series continues, there will be a player that really shows us that X factor.
That's it. We'll see if they are going to be able to find the factor, to find the moment. As we jump into game number 3 now. We've made it. Finally, we're here.
Yeah.
In the high gear.
Rooks looking to center. Nice little pass back. That's a real opportunity, but Fauna steps in to intervene. Makes sure ball will not go towards the net. Looks up in the air. Keeps that out of any potential annoying backboard plays. Definitely a more controlled game. I feel the players have definitely warmed up into the series now. They're not just, they were sort of bumping each other a little bit before. I didn't see as many clear passes. Now, much more deliberate.
Yeah, much more intentional, aren't they? And eager to see. There's going to be more coming in just like that. As take back a second here. Works. And to give more space, more potential into this one. There we go. Getting in the back there. Let's see if they can get a shove across the line. Works. Good hit, but it is just going to flop straight down.
Yeah, back into the corner here. Possible counter attack for Deacon as they bring it back. Nick will cut it short. Rick's plenty of boosts. Let's see what they can do with it. Virgo, nice little play to intercept there. Nice little shot down as well. Isn't going to get the prize, which is unfortunate, but never mind. They come back a little bit later. They realize the pie was a bit hot and they have to come and steal it from the windowsill right after.
That's it. Really great stuff coming out there. They are going to be able to lock in the first goal of the game for Monash. And looking to see if they can take a few more throughout this clash here as ball drops down on Monash's side of the pitch for now. And Deacon going to keep up the power. Getting closer and closer towards the line.
A little shot on goal there. Redirection by Rooks because I knew a defender would be ready and waiting to accept the ball into their graces. Virgo now moving forward. Nice little pinch there. Forces Bluey down to an awkward save, but Bluey will get it. Nick, no boost. Sad moment there. He's looking to perhaps maybe go for a bit of a fake instead to throw everyone off, so mind games abound.
There were plenty of those. There may be more to come here. We'll see. They are going to be able to get through from this one. As they might. Fight still rages on here. Nick, good hit over the top there.
Rooks.
Maybe following up. Oh,
yes! Oh, gets it. It had to be in that corner. It had to be there. Corner was in position, had boost, would have been able to make some sort of save, I feel, across 95% of that entire goal. And that corner there was just their last little bit that they could not get into place for it. And in the end, Monash pushed their lead a little bit further.
That's it. One step forward, no steps back. Well, maybe I speak too soon. It's going to be more on the horizon. One step back, and it favors Deacon. 2-1 on the scoreline. So very quick.
Yeah, just playing a little bit too much there with the control, and sometimes a well-placed strike like that with the challenge is enough to knock the ball out of your hands. And of course, quick capitalization on it. Nice little flip reset there. Looks good for the double, but just a little bit off angle, and the counter attack from Rooks is good. I feel most of the team actually felt that that was actually going to result in a goal from Deacon. I mean, Deacon felt like, yeah, Corner's got this, and it's good to have confidence in your teammate, but sometimes just be ready to double back. It goes awry.
It could go awry. Could be a bit of a trouble here, but see how things go. Things start to flow together. Big hit from Fauna there, almost on track for the goal, but aren't able to get it over the line, so it is going to be cleaned out by Monash here. Good hit, works one in the same, just dividing control up.
Oh, push back here into the center by Fergo. Psycho does not want to mess with it. Put it right back to the wall. Psycho now looking to get an opportunity here. This looking like it could be something, but Rux just steals it at the last second. Such an easy angle for a player of this caliber. Gets right around the ball, and that's a simple textbook play. Jump on the counter attack, push the ball quickly and fast the other side, and get around for a side push goal. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, incredible stuff coming through there. They are going to be able to lock it down, lock it in, and see if they can get more through. Psycho, big hit downfield. Oh my goodness, almost locking it down, but it just slips away.
Yeah, that's a tragic moment. Unfortunate that it was just that little bit too tall. As I say that though, Psycho will return with a vengeance and get that one on through. Corner getting a beautiful redirect. Just the members unavailable. Nick without enough boost. Does mean it's going to be a 2-4. Still at a deficit, but still possibility of coming back in this particular game of the series.
Yeah, going to be looking to bounce back a bit into this one, and we'll see just how far can take it. Virgo able to clean up top, using their boost very effectively as well. They didn't have much of it, but now they got a ton more. Teammates up in the pressure though, but Virgo, ooh, close, not good enough.
A demo might mean something. We'll see. In the end's not going to amount to much. So, play continues. 30 seconds there. That's an annoying one. That's a tough one. They get over. They get it clear. That's actually going to be 3-4. Oh, yeah. That was actually a beautiful beat by Bluey. Just get on through there. A nice little touch over the edge there. Stops the third man from getting to the ball. And there's a possibility now that Deacon can bring it back.
Yeah, definitely a good possibility because time is still on their side. Oh, close. Not close enough. And see if they are going to be able to take this one now. Get it away from their own goals. Otherwise, that's the nail in the coffin there. But still going to be on their side of the field. Maybe not for long. Bounce over the side. It's in the corner. Big pressure needs to elevate here. They need to get this one done. Get it to OT. Otherwise, we go to game 4. And there it is.
And Monash did not play with her food there. Straight down to the ground. Get us out of this game. Deacon were looking a little bit too strong in the closing minute and a half. But at the end, Monash are the ones who come out on top.
That's it. We'll be on top. Locking it down, locking it in. And very eager to see what this next game looks like as our teams prep themselves for battle, prep themselves for war. As this one is going the distance, Mendrix. You know, I think we might be able to take it to game 5 again. Better yet, we might be able to take it to 20-minute OT.
Oh, can't wait. Look, I love the week-long overtimes. They are amazing. They're just, it's a whole week of fun. You can't miss it. It goes the entire way through. But a 20-minute overtime, I think that would be a perfect way to close off this night.
Yeah, I think it'd be a pristine way to finalize the evening here. But what else is going to be in store now? Our teams get prepped to get ready to go. Good pressure up towards Deacon's side of the field now. Bluey trying to clean it out. Nick, good hit there. Works waiting back. Just get a big boost on their way through. They're going to be bypassed, but their teammates are there to support.
I mean, it looked good, but it was a bit soft when the ball came through. So it felt like it was a bit. That's a good strike from Psycho, but Brooks read it very well. Was able to get there in time. And the pressure coming from Deacon is pretty strong here in this first minute. If they can keep up this level of play, I wouldn't be surprised if they do take this game.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be surprised on this side either. Good to see. Those realities are going to become a reality. Whether they might be erased as hit comes up for Bluey bypassed here. Cleaning up and locking in. Virgo delivers.
What a counter-attack. Bluey tried to get some control, but sometimes if you just have good speed and then follow on through afterwards, realizing where the ball was going to drop, that was pinpoint decisive action.
Yes, very precise there, and they will be able to lock it down. Aurora's going to be demoed out, though, but at least through the back line. Look to bolster the defenses. Okay. A little bit higgledy-piggledy for a second there, but somehow they make it work.
Yeah, just, sometimes you have to just settle back into your structure, and sometimes you think you see an opportunity, and you push out a little bit more than what it needs to be. Like, this is looking like it could be one. Nick just went straight for the shot. Orno tried to get back in time, and unfortunately, this is what happens when you do break your structure that little bit. There's someone who misses the ball, you're not back in time to get here for the defense, and the lead is being pushed a little bit further here for Monash. That 20-minute overtime is looking out of reach for us here now, Metzi.
Oh, how could they?
So they didn't read the memo.
Yeah.
I mean, do people even use memos anymore? I don't think so. I think it's just this thing. Now it's an email. It's like, did you get the email? Oh, no, I didn't. Or make sure you get ready for the Zoom meeting. No, sorry, the Teams meeting now. New age.
God, don't remind me. All sound gives me warmer.
Do you remember the Skype sound? Now that's bringing us back. Yeah.
No, the MSN one, mate.
Oh yeah, that's the. I don't remember. Oh no. I need to hear it again. To, like, bring it back. I've forgotten. I've forgotten it.
Never forgetty that spaghetti. The teams are looking to see if they can blow this goal up like confetti. So close. Oh, no. So far. They're still trying for it though, but Rox is cleaning it out. Oh my.
Yeah, Rox has been doing such a good job in goal. As I
is.
say that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rox. I'm sorry, Monash. My caster curse happened at that time. That's a nice little bump there from Bluey. Bluey opened that up for Psycho. That was good stuff. Ends up being a caster blessing for Deacon. So still a chance. Still a chance we can keep the series alive and bring it back to a 20-minute over.
That's it. Deacon, this is your mission. Tie it up. 20-minute OT. Ooh, big shot though. Psycho good on the defense there. Looking to see if they can do more with it. Warner. Here.
Oh,
Let's
gets
get
beat.
Fast. Wow.
It's a beat, but in the end, Brooks will be able to collect it. Louis pushes that over. Maybe an opportunity here for a setup of Deacon. Plenty of boost available for Monash, so they've got some control here. Psycho's doing a good job of keeping it in the Monash half. Here we go. Bluey gets it over. Nick pre-jumps, and that means it's going to be another goal for Psycho.
That's it. Here it is, Ventrix. It's all tied up. Now we just need a minute 32.
There we go.
Know what
No,
to do.
we need 21 minutes and 32 seconds. I mean, I guess a minute 32 though. But I won't take it. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Alright, Rooks. Tries to bring it down. Virgo goes for the strike, but it will be defended by Fauna. Continue pushing through Bluey there. Good job. Slows it down. Virgo. That quick speed is going to be there. I think that like Bluey's had some pretty good stuff, but sometimes the like going for the control play, which makes sense, right? You know, you want to control the ball. It's just been outdone every single time by the quick challenges.
Yeah, it has. You know, they've been able to find pretty confident challenges, as you said there, and they've just been able to find the impacts that they need. As speaking of, Monash are trying to speed their way ahead now, but Deacon are looking to lock this one down.
Oh, opportunity. Fauna finds it.
Boom!
Third time's the charm. Bluey there gets it on through to Psycho. Another one on through. Forces the two-player commit. And Fauna's able to come through and clean up afterwards. And 3-2. Maybe, look. Maybe not an overtime, but definitely a 5-game series. Well, not definitely. I mean, it's 30 seconds left here. Monash has to do something.
Still do something. We do everything. See what's going to happen here now, though. They're trying to escape from their side of the pitch, but really, there's big difficulties in the way, isn't there?
Yeah, that ball had a little bit more oomph than I was expecting to off the tip, so not sure how that initial thing happened here, but 9 seconds. Will the ball be kept in the air? This time around, Deacon understand the name of the game, put it straight down to the ground. Let's go to game 5.
That's it. Game number 5 are going to be locked in here. We've seen a few game 5s now, so very excited.
There's been a few, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think, has it actually been three series tonight at game 5s, isn't it? Damn.
Huge, isn't it?
They are. Everyone's bringing the heat today.
Yeah, I agree. You know, they're definitely bringing the heat, bringing a lot of potential, a lot of momentum there, and I'm excited to see what they can do. You know, I think that they've got good pacing on a deck here, and yeah, I'm keen to see how things will fare moving forward.
Well, this is it. Game 5 into the mix, jumping right into the action. Will it be Monash who comes out on top, or Deacon? Perhaps the 20-minute overtime that comes out on top. Just beats the players. That's it. Just cuts out. It's a tie. 20-minute overtime is the winner.
I want to see it. I want to see it right now. Honestly, we have
This is
no
it, right?
scoring for the next 4.5 minutes. I think that's the game plan.
We're talking about in Series 1 about how obviously the players were just setting up for it. In reality, all the players and all the teams have been setting up for the last game of the day, build up the climax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to make it happen.
Louis pushing it on through, getting out to safety. Ooh, probably wasn't expecting that beat there, but Nick will make sure nothing happens from it. We'll try to get past Psycho, but no avail. All back up in the air.
Up in the air, unleashing a lot of power into this one, and very keen to see what else they are going to be able to cook up here. Good push over the bar there. Nick trying to hold on to it right in the corner. Pushes his teammate there. Rurks cleaning it out. So the ebb and flow of this series is continuing to gain traction.
Bluey there. So, okay, Bluey just looks so much better when they opt in for like a half measure of the control. Oh, that was an amazing save by Nick. I didn't think they were going to get that as I saw that ball start to dip, but they do. Wow. WhatOCE just staying alive here by that hair, that slim margin. My oh my. I didn't even know what particular simile I wanted to use.
Oh, you'll find it in the end. Very much
I got
like
there.
all
Slim
good-
margin. Slim margin.
Yeah.
Is it a no? It's sort of similar. I didn't say like, of course, as it's a metaphor.
Yeah. Make
Yeah.
it whatever you want to be.
That's true. I'll make my dreams come true. Nice shot! Oh, Rooks! Again, just these immediate shots out of the blue from the players. Obviously trying to find a lapse in play, perhaps when they can catch their opponents off guard, and then quick strikes might be the aim of the game.
Yeah, very hasty jabs here. To see if they can gain something from them. Psycho. With a chop top there, one and the same, and now we're going to see the ball over to the corner for the time being. Slowed down to almost a whisper, but going to be gaining a bit of movement now on the side of the pitch here. Still be fated to live on WhatOCE's side.
He's right on back as well. Rooks will push it to the air. Virgo, not the best touch, but is a good touch if you're looking to redirect. Never mind Virgo, I was never in doubt. It does get demo onto Bluey, but no one available there to take advantage of that center.
We're going to take advantage of that this time. Maybe the next one will be where the star shines there. Find out exactly what it looks like as Virgo looks to follow things up. A good hit there. Psycho luckily ready and waiting wherever that ball may or may not go.
Rooks didn't want to take any chances, just pushed it crossfield into the wall. So, you know, if you want to go for that ball, it's not going to be not on your choice, not on your standards. Virgo manages to get that beat there. That's an opportunity that comes in. That is a good way to get a goal.
It certainly is, and they are going to be mixing it up to find the first with just under a minute to go now. This is the way you open up those gates, and now Deacon, it's your time to shine. Bring it back. Tie things up in these last critical moments here. The
That's
demo
it.
is going to be the same.
That's a hard way to manifest it as well. He won the challenge in the air from a lower position. Just had a bit more oomph behind their boost when went into it. I believe it was Psycho was slowing down. Don't quote me, and was able just to completely push on through. Oh, Psycho! Redemption!
Oh, there it is. All tied up.
Love that.
It's all OT'd up in 24 seconds.
This is true. It is. It is OT. The OT. It's coming. It's coming.
20
happening.
minutes is coming.
I can feel it.
Yeah. I can feel it too. Feel
It's
that
not a matter
power.
of if, but when. But yeah, still, that was good stuff there. Coming across. Psycho, really quick play. Obviously reacting to the ball, rebounding off the top board. The ceiling, whatever you want to call it. It can be whatever you want it to be. Use your imagination. In the digital world, it could be like Sandman, Netflix. Yeah, you can make some dreams and nightmares.
Maybe.
Oof. Was a Crocs a pinch?
There.
Yeah, I know, right? God. Who would have thought that if you live for like forever, you still fight with your sibling?
It's just standard. Of course you have.
Well, you know what? You know what else is like an eternity? 20-minute overtime.
Well, production's on board as well.
Oh, Nick.
Their wish
Ends
will come
it.
true. Monash lock it down.
That was a nice pass from Rooks. Yeah, Nick. I love that. That's a hard goal to save. That's a hard goal to make the shot of. But Nick made it look easy.
Yeah, really impressed with how much finesse they brought into that play. You know, it really shows they were locked in there. Really managed to go leaps and bounds. But that means the series will be claimed by Monash here. So a very hard-fought endeavor for both sides. And they're going to prove that they've won the strength test here.
And I mean, looking at the scores as well, very even in these final matches here. I mean, 386, 357, 313. Looking at Psycho, 326. I mean, close to the 200s for Bluey and Fauna. Honestly, it just shows how evenly matched the players really are in terms of what they're generating in their general plays. Of course, a lot of assumptions are being made in these scores, and there's other things that we can touch on and bring to the table. But when you're looking at these sort of flat metrics, it does represent to a degree the outcome of the series.
Yeah, it definitely does present those positive outcomes there. You know, I think that they've managed to work hard and it's all paid off well and truly. So solid stuff coming out from both of our teams there. To be honest, you know, there's a reason it went to game 5. I think that if it could have gone even further beyond, you know, if this game was a best of 7, it would have gone to 7. I think
So overtime and beyond,
Oh, yeah.
beyond.
20 minutes. There's no other way, mate.
Next time.
No other way.
Next time.
Yeah. Or, you know, at a bare minimum, I want to see another team break that record this season. I think
Of
that would be-
15 minutes? I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like,
think
it's,
that would be impressive.
look, it's a tough one, especially in Rocket League, because the longer it goes with
Yeah.
no goals as well, eventually just someone has a lapse. And
Yeah.
you don't know who it's going to be. It could be anyone, right? Even the best Rocket players in the world, even Zen and Monkey Moon, insert player. If they've been going for like 20 minutes straight, someone's going to like miss out on that. I guess if it goes to 20 minutes, no one yonked out, right? Everyone was there the whole time and managed to go the distance.
Yeah, but someone's got to run out of energy or run out of gas even eventually. So, like you said, you know, it's even the smallest thing that could result in the grandest demise. But speaking of good stuff on its way, we are going to have an interview right now with Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to have you on board here tonight. Really great series coming out from you and your team there. You know, it looked like such a nail biter. You know, so close pretty much the whole way through. And I guess, what's the main focus from you as a team that helped you get through that to take the W tonight?
Ooh, it was really close. I think it was just back and forth games. But I think what really got us there in the end was just communicating more. Like, after games, we were just like, guys, we need to calm. Because it's really easy to just freeze up often. So
The deciding goal there was that beautiful pass from Rocks, and then you to get that filthy angle that you
Thank you,
pushed
thank
through.
you.
I like to like sort of. I want you to recreate that moment for us here when you were going for that jump. Like, how did it feel landing that one?
Yeah, to be honest, I thought I missed, so I was just like, all right, I'm going back, and then I see my name pop up, and I'm like, oh, that actually just went in, and that whole last game, like, especially after they equalized it, the whole OT was just like a blur, to be honest, because we were like, oh, if we lose this, this is just a generational fumble, right? So we were just happy, to be honest, yeah.
Good vibes all round. You love to see it. And I guess taking away a win out of that one, are you feeling confident in your team's journey throughout the season so far? And do you feel like there's even more room for you guys to grow heading towards the later stage of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first 3 games were pretty rough for us, especially the like transition from the Open Series to the Elite Series. We weren't really used to like just the level of play and like the speed and everything. But this win should really help us build that momentum, I reckon.
With that momentum, of course, sometimes there is a little bit of those lulls that do happen, and I think I want to draw on your experience as well and ask this question, which I think is burning in everyone's minds. What's the longest overtime you've ever played, and have you gone a full 20 minutes?
I personally have not gone a full 20 minutes. I think it would be around 7. Yeah, 20 minutes is crazy. Maybe in 3s, but definitely not in 2s or 1s. So.
Fair enough there. I mean, look when it happens, Nick, you need to tell me, like, just immediately. It happened, yeah. Mendrix. We got the 20-minute overtime. It happened.
Will do.
Yeah, that's it. The current record for the Elite Series is at 15 minutes and 13 seconds OT. So that's the challenge for your team or any of the teams out there to try and beat that timer. It's a big one.
What team was that? Yeah.
Whoa.
Now you're testing us here.
Off the
top of our head, we don't remember the teams, just remember the times. That's the
that's it.
No,
yeah,
it's about the moment.
Nah, but yeah, big congrats to you and the team for taking it away there once again. Very excited to see that momentum building up into the future weeks, like you said there. I'm very hopeful for you guys, and yeah, really appreciate you coming on board.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. So great to get one of our players in once again there for an interview. Always good to gather their insights, gather their thoughts on the game, their team, and how things are going overall.
I couldn't agree more. It's been an epic night of high octane action. It's a bit of a look. Obviously the most important one is going to be the finals, but this is definitely an important moment, I feel, in the series overall. Just sort of like getting to that point as we get towards the playoffs.
That's right. And speaking of getting to the point, we're going to get to the point of the day. It is time for our results, and you can see. First game of the day was 3-2. UQ taking that one away there. And one in the same. Griffith taking down a Yoan 3-2. 3-0 going to be Latrobe against QUT. But then again, at the end, another 3-2. And game 5s, they come in 3s apparently.
They really do.
A hat trick of them.
Unless you're a red panda. That doesn't happen in that scenario.
Yeah, not that time. But this time, we're going to see the results of these games. The standings have now shaken up, and on top of things is going to be in Group A, Macquarie. Solid run so far. Latrobe pretty close behind, 3-1 in their favour. QUT and UQ towards the 3rd and 4th place there. And UTS going to be stuck on the bottom of that one. Unfortunately, no wins thus far. But what we are going to be seeing is Group B, UNSW on top of things for the moment. Griffith going to be nice and close there, and UN pretty close as well. It's a pretty mixed bag, I'd say, throughout the whole ladder on both sides there. Unfortunate for Deacon and UTS not being able to lock things in, but it's great to see that Monash, have taken away a win, and QQ, so they're on the board.
Exactly. I mean, again, this is the last week of league play, so that's the most we're going to have in terms of these final standings. We can start looking to the next part of it, which obviously starts leading towards the gauntlet. And that's the best part about the series, is that even if you are at the bottom of the table, even if you are a UTS, you still have a chance to have your Cinderella story.
That's it. You know, got to find that glass slipper. So definitely keen to see what the results of that will all look like, and very excited for how things start to rumble getting into the next section of the tournament. You know, I feel like it's the calm before the storm at the moment, and things are really going to heat up into these future weeks.
I feel like we're just going to be, in that moment of Castaway where we're the ones on the raft watching it all unfold, and we're just going to hopefully this wave doesn't take us. So, see how we go.
Yeah, we'll see how we go there. You know, maybe we should bring our Rocket League cars, use them as a surfboard. You know, or maybe we install some.
I'm coming in my little Tykes car. I'm going to be realizing the dream I didn't have as a child. Just quietly. No, to be honest, I'll probably get one. It would be for my son. He can sit there and he can enjoy it.
Maybe we've inspired something here through tonight. You know.
Yeah.
I think we've inspired something great. The start of the Little Tykes journey. It's not going to be the G-Wagon. It's the OG.
The OGs indeed.
Yeah, but definitely excited to see how these teams go. You know, we've seen a lot of strength, I'd say, towards the top side of the bracket. But here we go. We got a little preview of what the Gauntlet X is going to look like.
Yeah, it's building up there, of course, as you can see. Martian UTS up first, and then from there, the winner has to climb the gauntlet.
Oh, yeah, they do. They got to run the gauntlet, so to speak, you know?
QUT and the Griffith University, the Goblins. I mean, look, we've seen a good number of play across these teams. I think Monash and UTS will definitely have their competition cut out for them, but it's a chance, right? That's it. That's what you're looking for, that big last run. And although I think what was mentioned with one of the player interviews is that even though they feel that they're at the bottom of the table, they feel they still have the ability to take the wins and get them. So they just need to be the better team on the day.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they need to give it the absolute best. Obviously, we are going to see Gauntlet Y, and it is going to be starting off with UQ and Deacon there, the winner, facing off against UON, and then the further winner will be facing off against Latrobe to see who can gain their qualification stance.
Yeah, it's definitely a big run there as well. University of Newcastle, Latrobe, showing us what they've had throughout this entire series. And again, you just look at the outcome. We had a number of 5 series. When you do get to that game 5, anything can happen.
That's right. Anything can happen. Anything could be on the way. And you know, the best way to see what's on the way is with a monitor from AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
That was a smooth transition, but not as smooth as Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie meringue will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
That's it. Big shout out to both of our wonderful sponsors there. You know them, we love them, and we appreciate them. But you know what else we appreciate? Everybody showing us some love. Show AEL some love on all of our socials there on X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You know it. We are on it. Check out some of the highlights from the Elite Series. We've got lots of great stuff on a deck there, and definitely encourage you to check it out. But speaking of checking it out, we are going to be back next week with more Rocket League action. I'm so excited to see what it's all going to look like, how it's all going to go down, how the teams run the gauntlet from 7 p.m. next Wednesday. So reminder, 7 p.m. The times have changed, but the games are going to get even better, and we'll see you then.